こで蹴りをつけてやる。ディスカッター霞切り。あなたも懲りない人ですね、まさき。そのまま逃げればよかったものを。余裕を見せてるつもりか。接近戦での勝負、望むところだ。アクセル打ち抜く。止められるなら止めてみろ。調子に乗るなよ、ベオウルフ。仕切り直しだ。この切っ先触れれば切れるぞ。ナイスザク、貴様に見切れるか。アクセルの方が一枚上手だったか。異星人にもああいう濃いキャラがいるとはな。ファイナルビーム。この程度か。自信があって仕掛けてきたんだろうがな。受けよ、アイアンクロー。消えろ地球人。フルンラストと互角に戦える相手なら退屈せずに済みそうだ。モルト、いざ尋常に勝負。俺の相手をするにはまだ力が足りん。お前に三式を止めることはできん。砕けドリルブーストナックル。その程度か、ゼンガーゾンボルト。
Well, hello there, Super Robot fans. It's me, Austin. Do I remember who I am? It's been so long. Oh, gracious. It's good to be back. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all having a fantastic Thursday. Let's play some robots. There we go. Okay. We are rocking and rolling. Austin, Texas is here. Oh no, Trumper. Oh no. That's exactly what I got called a lot by teachers in middle school. Hi. I'm glad it was a positive surprise. Sorry about the wishy-washiness of it. Yeah, so once we get into things a little bit more, I will fill everybody on what's going on. Howdy Drumker, howdy NR, howdy Pringle. It's good to see you all. There's something right. I need to figure out how to load states. Setting and load, and this one. Perfect. Okay. Oh, not perfect. Perfect. You can see it now. I guess you can't see it when it's not maximized. I guess that's probably because of how I have the video capture working. Okay. You got a game over in Genesis. You just feel kind of stupid. How did you miss the HP of your sport defender that's not allowed to die? Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, how many times have I done that? You know it's true. It's the worst feeling. Pringle, you're looking forward to me getting the big Chungus. Is there a rabbit-themed one? What mission is this? This is scenario number 7. I believe, yeah. This is when we needed to fight the 2 ladies that were in the Lions. Yeah, I believe this is scenario number 7. Is there like a... Yes, episode 7, In Flames. So yeah, we scrubbed out last time. We got the skill point by killing these 2, but everyone was so far up here that once the enemies spawned, we had no one that was in position. So this time we got the vice leader closer, and we also still have a turn with Kyosuke. Otherwise, I try to keep everything the same. I know we gave Kyosuke one of the kills before, but this time the vice leader and the Grungus got the 2 kills. Things are a little bit different. You were dissociating during the end of last stream, and this set of missions is USA based. Do not help to recognize where we left off. Yeah, no, it's fair. There's a lot of just base. I feel that. That is like one of the reasons why I want to get better about saying the names of the missions. So we can like have a more cogent way of talking about them. Because like especially with this game where there's like so many like weird goobery things, and there's so many ways to like goof things up. Being able to say like yeah, In Flames is a really rough one, like or is a really rough first time go, you know. No, no, Pringle, I know. I spent too much time teaching kids to not think of Big Chungus as the Bugs Bunny rabbit. The True Squad, the Treu Squad. I don't know how to pronounce that one yet. I live. Welcome, another internet nobody. Hello. Oh, wait. Cam, is that you? You are one of my mods, and I think this is your picture on Discord. I think that's you, Cam. Yes, my plumbing has got sorted out. 'Tis I. Welcome. I welcome the name change. What brought it on? Also, hi to everyone from the Discord. I promise I will interact with that now that I have like bandwidth to do so. I'm sure there's probably tons of stuff sitting in there for me to pay attention to, and I promise I will actually look at it. I just, you know. Troya girlies are here in love. Love Me Elite Women Soldier Amazons. That was a sentence. They all do seem pretty cool. Amazon seems a bit of a stretch, but you would do a remodel. That's fair. You do definitely remodel your picture a lot more than I feel like I've seen a lot of people do, but it's very inspiring. I do kind of like want to change stuff around on my like personal ones too now. Control Room Guy was a YouTube persona idea back when you were ambitious and young. That's fair. Are you now ambitious and old? Or are you now curmudgeonly and young? Which one changed? Yeah, the Treo Squad is neat. Very much a good theme. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so let's like make sure we key in on what we're doing with this mission. Then I'll talk about what happened, why I was gone for a little bit, and then we can jump into some gameplay. I mean, they need to be well trained to pilot a high-speed mech. I mean, that's true. That is true. Howdy Gundam, welcome. Hello. good to see you. We're just getting started. You're now grizzled and realistic. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like a tough, I do feel like I've become a tough bit of jerky recently, so I feel that really hard. Treo is loyalty in Germany. Okay, cool. In German. Cool. Good to know. Thank you for being the German translator on the team, NR. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was like, who is this man and why is he a mod? Yeah, no, I did the exact same thing. And I was like, I was on Discord for all of 5 seconds. I think that was the same profile picture. Okay. Yes, so we got our SR point by defeating the 2 Treu girls. And now our objective is we need to prevent the enemies from landing in said base, which is how we got a game over last time. And if we shoot down the Garlean, if we shoot down Thomas and the Garlean, the Garlean, that presumably is going to end the chapter. It is one of the objectives. So far, we've seen that victory conditions, fulfilling one of them is enough to end it. And typically beating the squad captain has made the rest of the enemy team win retreat. So. OGs love their German. Yeah, they sure do. So they are Treu or Troya. It's quite a weird misinterpretation. We can look at that. We can look at the katakana. Also, you have reminded one of your favorite mass production robots, which is the Dragoon from Dragon R. I love the Dragoon so much. Pringle, were you around when I did the GC generics? We were playing Super Wars GC, but only using generic units. I was so excited to get to the Dragoons. We got to use them for so little that we game over almost immediately. Squad Super Wars. Well, better use your mother tongue for good. Right, I mean, fair. No, it's true. Because unlike something like the GM, which just went well, the Gundam did really well. So let's make the Gundam but cheap. The Dragoon takes the best bits of all the Dragon R units into one mech. Yeah, the fact that they start from separate elements and then get combined into one, I do think makes them a little bit more interesting. If Serena were here, you would be helping with a little Spanish she has. Well, wonderful. Thank you, Drumker. I appreciate it. I do know a little bit of Spanish, but you'll probably end up correcting me some. Oh, it is Thomas. War criminal wannabe extraordinaire. Oh, no, that's unfortunate. Rare Dragon R mention. Still no Blu-ray? That's a shame. Yeah, Gundam, follow up on that. Is there no Blu-ray on that one? No, Dragon R, I'm super into Dragon R. The music is also incredible. Where is this in here? I keep finding, okay, no, this is not worth searching for. I keep finding the name, but they don't have the katakana next to it, so. Dragon R Himbo is my beloved, yeah. What I've seen in AP, the Dragoons see really good composite units. Oh, cool, I'm glad. I am very pumped that they're in A. I'm definitely gonna be here for that. Sir, what do you think of the Master Collection of Blu-rays? I am so impressed, Gundam. I guess I was saying this right as you were jumping in. Yeah, like I will absolutely get back to the Discord now that I have like some amount of bandwidth. But yeah, no, absolutely incredible. As soon as you posted, I did get it. I got like 5 minutes to go look at it, and I was like, oh yeah, no, this is stacked. You respect how blatantly it rips off Gundam? Yeah. You're watching MX Portable, and the person got the bit where the Dragoons began mass production. Oh, fascinating. I've not played MX at all, so I have no idea what's happening there. But yeah, so we need to. I would largely like to jam Excellent and Kyosuke like in the right and left halves of this formation, and based on where they're coming in, like we don't have to deal with them this turn, but we need to deal with them next turn. Where I think we are in a much better position this time, and we can probably one-shot most of these things. Nope, no Dragon R Blu-ray. All we can hope for is Sentai Filmworks or Discotech to pick it up. I feel like it's had no action though for a long time. Like it feels unlikely to me that we're going to see it like get picked up. You know, although in AP, I think they are NPC enemy only. I should go back to AP at some point, but after Genesis, Super FV. Yeah. I mean, like, I definitely want to play AP at some point because y'all talked about this being really difficult. So like, if you want an excuse, it'll probably be on the channel, but obviously don't wait. But I would not be surprised if they were NPCs. Like that makes sense. is good, a bit more tongue-in-cheek than your average Robot Wars. I mean, they've already done a little nudge at Devilman Sailor Moon. Yeah. I would love if Devilman got into a main game instead of just a movie. If you like Kosuke, a script translation has just begun on Impact. Oh, cool. Okay, sick. Wonderful. We were talking about someone showed up like at the very early points of this channel looking for information about Impact, and I was like, I haven't played it yet, and I like couldn't get my copy to like work fast enough also to like give them some actually good information. So good to see that stuff is actually happening about it. AP is definitely the meanest, and that's why I love it. Without the patch, you need to abuse terrain and downing bosses before they run is an actual challenge. Yeah, like that sounds great. I don't understand what the downside is. What's the problem here? Okay, while we are chunking through these generics, let's talk about where I have been. So everything is fine. I am safe. My partner is safe. We've been fine this whole time. It was just like deeply inconvenient not to have like usable water. I have a electric tankless water heater, and it was a little bit old. We knew it was kind of like faltering every once in a while for a bit. We just sort of like would tolerate it. If we waited like at most a half hour, it would come back on. But then it just like shut down for 2 days, and we were like, oh no, that's not gonna rock. We need to deal with that. So we called someone to come out and replace it, but we called someone and they were showing up on Monday. And we're like, great, perfect, we can get this done. I'll eat a Monday stream and that'll be fine, whatever. But when they got there, we had to buy the part. The people who were going to install it did not have the part to install. We had to buy the part for them. And because they took long enough explaining it to us, it also delayed the part getting shipped by another day. So it was going to get shipped till Wednesday. But then it wasn't going to get shipped till Wednesday night. It was going to arrive. We were told it was going to arrive Wednesday after they could schedule the maintenance. But then it arrived before the maintenance was scheduled in the first place, after we had canceled it. So we had to move the maintenance to today. I'm also going to be a little bit out of it, because when the maintenance got rescheduled, I kept being like, hi, when is it? And they're like, it's the afternoon. It's like, okay, great, but like, when in the afternoon? Like, 1, fine, 4, not. And it was at 9 this morning, afternoon, 9 a.m. But a lot of the like weird hiccups I've had have been somehow related to somehow related to my like water situation. We'd been sort of putting band-aids on it because it's just honking expensive to deal with. But now that it is like dealt with like permanent long-term, that should stop a lot of these like weird goofs from happening. It was both a water pressure thing and a water temperature thing. They needed to get fixed at the same time. But this will hopefully address, well, I mean, like all of it is new, so like that should save us a lot of hassle in the future. Crunchyroll, by the way, pissed you off somehow. The L-Game Blu-ray is already in backorder on their site. That's unfortunate. It's not even out yet. Yeah. No, there's like a lot of, it feels like there's a lot of collectible stuff that's been happening like that recently. Yeah, the guy who did Impact was the one who did K, Compact 3, DX. Okay, cool. The accuracy, the Tim accuracy is the problem. Yeah. No, I know we talked about the accuracy where they like didn't take into account one of the elements in Portable that they did in the base game, and that's like why the accuracy is so garbage. Yeah, water is kind of nice. No, it's true. Not being able to clean things, like we were like the least prepared. Almost all of the laundry was undone. Almost all of the dishes were undone, and also just like not being able to wash our hands or shower. Like we could turn the water on, but like it was like ice cold. It was like giving me blisters or like splitting my hands all the time. It's awful. Imagine it almost impossible to hit Death Army in Forest as Hell. Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds like a great challenge. This game is made for me. This hole is made for me. It's my hole. It's a little bit finicky with downing bosses in AP, but it's also about taste. If you want challenge or not, and you're super. I mean, Drumker. I won all of the challenge possible. Yeah, water's kind of nice, kind of necessary for humans. It's true. A Portable is hard not because it was intentionally hard, but because the game has a bunch of weird stuff. Like almost every boss has endgame level HP at the beginning of them not retreating. Also, the stat distribution on some of the units is stupid. Yeah. I remember everyone saying that like things were just like tuned really badly when they ported it over. It like was definitely it almost feels unintentional with just like how useless everything is. Like how poorly designed everything is. Yeah. Or hold on, that's still not true. In how like designed not in respect to what the rest of the game is doing. You always deal with the most annoying people when you try to nail down a time period for anything, Wi-Fi, water. Yeah, I have, the problems never end, and I seem to get the most frustrating people to deal with. It is definitely the, like, around here area. There are a couple of really large-scale companies that have bought up all of the, like, handymen and have priced them out. So now everyone that works for them is just, like, the most incompetent humans. And, like, they should still have a job, they should still get paid, but it's, like, really difficult talking to people being like, hi, when is anything? And they're like, I don't know. It also doesn't help that everything is automated now. It took me like over 10 minutes just to be able to ask the question, do I have an appointment? Like, it's the AI like voice answering things are so difficult. Also, you think some of the thresholds early on are just off. They need to reset for crits to kill the first boss. Oh, that's okay. That is definitely really goofy. Like, Crunchyroll is the last place you want to see something in back order, because the last couple times something like that happened, the object somehow mysteriously disappeared from the site. Yeah, no, Crunchy, cough, Ultraman manga that's still ongoing. Yeah, no, Crunchyroll, like, gobbling up everything. Like, they also just, like, Crunchyroll also just, like, burned a lot of, like, online, like, anime database piracy websites, too. Like, they just, I don't trust them. It's so bad. You're distracted, and hear your nickname, and a strong demand. I was like, what? Yeah. At what point, Drumker? Sorry. When did I say your name? Oh, when, no, I said, yeah, no, like, I want things to be exactly that hard. Like, that's exactly what I want. In case you haven't been around the block enough. I'm not sure how much you've learned versus chatted. But, like, no, give it to me as hard as possible. You hear US handyman are horrible. Many US handyman are very good. It's when it's like their business and that they have like spent time learning about it themselves. The trouble comes when you get like groups that are designed. That's not what I wanted. That are designed to just like hire a random person and they take up like all of the ad like billing space. Like that's the one that's a problem. Your happy is hopefully sorted, and we should do more problems. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm glad it feels like things are like... It feels like things are finally done. I'm hoping everything on my body is crossed. Every sort of support seems to be AI chat boxes now. Yeah, no, it's really frustrating to get anything done. Crunchyroll just seems so bad. No, it really is. As if we need more reasons to hate Crunchyroll. True. They also use money to fund their own awful OG anime that flopped and died. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that. I remember them getting into some trouble to do with subtitles because it's being awful or needing fixing. I do remember the subtitle. thing. Yeah, we said that you wanted Jersey War Wars. Yes, yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was Kroger. You had to order from friggin' Barnes & Noble. I never do that for manga. I'm doing that right now for the JoJo Part 3, Book 1. I can't find it anywhere else. It's so expensive because it's the first one in each of them. Actually, I guess then Gundam, where do you order your manga if not? Like, I know Barnes & Noble's not a great choice for it because they make it really pricey, but I don't like have a really good answer for it right now. I wanted the like nice hardback versions, but all the English versions of JoJo are garbage. So you remember somehow Goblin Slayer episode 1 didn't have a viewer warning? And oh boy, what a mistake! Yeah, no, I do remember that. Absolutely. You've been getting appointments with handyman. That is what you've heard. Oh yes, yeah. Yeah, no, getting appointments with any of that, like any kind of like worker who comes out to your house is so difficult. It is so arduous. Your knowledge of U.S. business practice is make everything go inconvenient as possible so we can get paid without having to do our jobs. Yeah, it's basically that, Pringle. Yeah, it's basically that. Or you have to keep paying because you have to keep having someone come back to like keep readjusting a thing. Crunchy is being controversial lately. It's all real bad. Yeah, at least the last 6 years, probably like the last 10 years. Like whenever Anime Fire went down, or what is it? Manga Fox? Whenever Manga Fox went down, is I would say when they're being controversial. Ever since Viz, I never buy manga because I can read so much for only £2 a month. A steal. I mean, yes, yeah, no, totally. But sometimes there's something that doesn't beat having a like paper copy of something. Right? I don't want to be looking at a screen all of the time. I want to give my eyes a rest sometimes. Like being able to have a paper copy of things is like nice. Okay. Now we need to focus up. So we have, let's identify what kills us. Let's identify how to mark things again. This one, great. You think it was kind of tolerant for a while. Yeah, I think tolerated is a good word for Crunchyroll. It used to be Right Stuff. Now you just use Crunchyroll begrudgingly, and sometimes a third party we can't find. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. My sister has a lot of physical media, so I get sibling privilege. That's nice. Yeah, yeah. I used to have all of Death Note, then a flood took them out. Am I just water cursed? I might just be water cursed. Okay, so these two are the only ones that are lethal this turn. We can like kill this one, or we can get close to killing this one. At the very least, they're both only game over conditions on this tile, and we can just drop excellent on there. So like we have an immediate answer. We can figure that out we can figure that, like, we want to try and plan more than just immediately. Do you think when Sony got involved, it's when public perception? Yeah. I think that's probably a fair assessment. So the only thing that the Grungus can hit this turn is this jet. So we may as well do this. You also rarely watch seasonal anime too, though, so you're a lot more separated from that world. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I typically do not. I typically am watching things when, like, once they're all finished. And also just, like, so far in the past. Landlion, you prefer Spider Lion as a name, but to each their own. Is it called something else in a different language? Or is there just a different one? I prefer my lions to be ant lions, but that's just me. Like the price on most Blu-rays are still the same as they were Right Stuff, just that sometimes they lose their minds, like having Kamen Rider Geats for $100 just for show. Yeah. Other Kamen Rider show Blu-rays were $50 and $60 respectively. Yeah, 100 is bonkers. That's so silly. Sony, ever since their gaming division got sent to the USA, it was a massive downward trend. Yeah. I wonder what, like, the first one we actually point to was, because I'm sure there's probably something that came, like, before Sony that did that. Or maybe not. Maybe Sony was, like, the harbinger of all of this. You find yourself only watching things when they get exceptional praise and that it's treated you well so far. Yeah, no, that's fair. I've been going through a lot of my, like, old to read and to watch, and there's been a lot of hot garbage. It's been really disappointing. How they changed their business model pissed you off, how it damaged the devs. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like anything that's like designed around just like screwing over the people who actually make the thing is like obviously going to get a downvote for me. A downvote, gracious, I'm not too online. The minute Sony started censoring their games with the end of times, that's fair, yeah. There's hidden gems that can get lost in that though. I mean, yeah, it doesn't need to like have like big public praise, like, you know, passing around between people the praise for it, you know. Nintendo never became the savior until they also switched up recently. It took a hot minute. Like, Nintendo almost went under during, like, the Wii U. Like, Dumbbine's Blu-ray was 60, and then it became a collector's item somehow, so now it's 80 to 90. It was just old enough that it, like, went up in price now. Really killed the PS exclusive. Yeah, no, totally. Howdy, Yankee. Welcome. Haven't seen you in a minute. You're a mecha fan. You're used to disappointing endings. That's fair. It's a good point. You raise a good point. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We can have the Grunkust come up here, punch this jet. It can't do anything else, so we may as well do this now. Then we can have the battleship attack the other jet from here. And if that doesn't kill, we can actually probably separate out the two dispensed. Great. Right, we can attack like here, spirits and gain. And I definitely need to be using gain on Lathina more just to like jump these levels up. But like, let's do this. Yeah. That Gundam is why you avoid physical beating. That's why it's definitely, maybe I gotta learn to not repeat those sentences that are like written by you to somebody else. Nintendo's really strange, but some of it seems to be Nintendo US. A bunch of idiots translating were US only. Yeah, I mean, it's not just translation. Like, there's a lot of Nintendo philosophy that is like repeating a lot of game identity right now. That they just take the same numbers and the same like expectations of what gameplay is and just slap a different coat of paint on it, which is like definitely a bit of a downturn. That's not just the US, obviously, but digital media doesn't hang like that. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Anime in general have a lot of disappointing endings. Yeah, I think that's probably fair to say that in general, a lot of anime probably can't live up to the hype because so much of the build-up is just like, or so much of the anime is the time being built up. Yeah. You feel like you can name more mecha anime with good endings compared to disappointing ones, but you'd have to think. I feel like most of my watching has been pretty safe. So like I feel like I would agree, but I would also feel like I would be a biased source of it, you know. I think it was Nintendo Treehouse that did a bunch of advanced translating in 3DS era. That could be, that is not a name that rings a bell to me, but I believe you. Code Geass, 079, Zeta, 00, IBO, Gurren Lagann. Yeah. Yeah, Knights of wasn't Knights of Sidonia pretty like poorly? Didn't it receive pretty poorly? Nintendo Treehouse, it is notoriously awful. They butchered the FE fates. Oh, they were the ones that did the FE. That's why. Okay, that is why it was familiar. Baby Darling and the Franxx. I feel like modern 2010 mecha tend to do stuff that's questionable as hell. I do need to watch Darling and the Franxx still. Whenever they're involved in your JRPG, fear. But then again, we are probably going to see the gaming industry crash, given original content seems to fail way too much. Yeah, I do wonder if we're ever going to like get like an actual proper fail state. I don't think we are, but I would be curious to see if we do. Kugas is a tricky answer because where do you count the end? Yeah, no, like season 1, season 2, like that is the whole thing, and then all the other ones are like their own kind of beasts. I mean, I think that's why they went against Power World so hard. It's because it was seriously encroaching upon its golden goose and making it begin to poop out silver and bronze. I think part of it was also so they could set a legal precedent, so they could like. I think part of it is like to gain legal power. I don't think it's just to protect Pokemon. And that was definitely very helpful. Do we count Lasner having a bad ending that was saved by having an OVA really end the show? That's a fair question. I don't know. That's a good debate. Yeah, since a lot of those translation changes were not in the UK version, they actually tried there. Yeah. We need to land on this tile, otherwise we die. Oh, Gunnex Sword. I can add that to the good ending list. Yeah, I do think that's true. I do really like the ending of Gunnex Sword. But I do think a lot of people don't. Sidonia is pretty different in its manga compared to its anime. Sidonia, one of the rare manga first mega shows. Yeah. Yeah, right here, yeah, because like Power World was never going to beat it. It was going to occupy a similar space. Like it was going to get like shared fans, but it was never going to win. So that's why like clearly it wasn't just about Pokemon. These kind of trash translations seem to have staying power, like those poor rhythm game devs. Yeah, no, it does. It is pretty. It does seem pretty common. It becomes a culture war for like a month, but most people drop that game like a hot rock. You fight your friends fiercely with that game. What that they thought it was going to try and that they thought it was going to take over Pokemon? Yeah, like, there was no world that was ever like Pokemon is the largest sellingest thing ever. Like there are it's like two part of our cultural currency. I do think that space is big enough to be shared, but it's never going to get different. Like the Pokemon Company or like Nintendo would need to do something truly putrid multiple times for that to happen. You enjoyed your time with the manga because you love Tsutomu Nihei sci-fi stories a lot. I have not read the manga. It's been on my list for a while, but like as is every mecha thing. Power World, please hurt Pokemon. They deserve that. Yeah, that makes sense. They also wouldn't boycott anyone else trying to encroach upon Pokemon. Resident Evil fan Time Strangers was so gratifying. Finally, we made a better game. Yeah. No, we were like everyone. When that came out, everybody in this channel, we were like losing our minds for a while. I'm like so sad that I still never got to play it, but I can make that happen. I know whenever I want to. You have no love for Power World genre, but you wholeheartedly agree. Oh yeah, just take Pokemon down a peg or 5. My friend was coping the game wasn't a fad and that player count wouldn't drop after a month. Despite new update and DLC, nobody was rushing back. Yeah, no, absolutely not. It's like pushed really hard, but like I don't see anyone talking about it. The internet is so anti-Pokemon, they've made me hard defenders. I hate it. Yeah, you got to push back a little bit. No, I feel that. Yeah, Digimon Time Changer was so refreshing. Yeah, I know. There's like too many good things to play that came out recently. You feel like Power World hasn't reached Yokai Watch heights? Yeah, no, definitely. But the Time Changer DLC was rather weak, sadly. It was very undercooked. Yeah, I do remember you coming back and saying that. I remember you being disappointed with a lot of, like, the way you had to deal with bosses in particular. That you feel like you had to, like, wrestle with the game to, like, break it, to be able to, like, fight the bosses at all. Right? Expansion Pass is all you care about. The difference being? Sorry, I don't know. Okay, I think we're good to this turn. Yeah. You think Time Changer DLC is the same quality compared to the Cyber Sleuth? Nothing unexpected. Oh, its quality as DLC is the same quality as the Cyber Sleuth DLC. Yokai Watch did drop a rock, sadly. Yeah. I tried to get into Yokai Watch, but it was definitely, I think it was too childish for me. Expansion Pass is the new thing they come out next year. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. I mean, the biggest problem with Pokemon is that they've been on top for so long they don't need to really try. Yeah. So all the Digimon and Power World lighting a little fire under their ass is good. Yeah, no, I'm with you. We'll just do this again. That should be fine. Yokai Watch was the second Pokemon killer. Yeah. Yeah, no, I do remember Yokai Watch first came out, and that was like a big conversation. Like, that's not anything. The Cyber Sleuth DLC was free. That does change it a little. Yeah, I mean, to Cam's point though, he wasn't necessarily talking about the price for value. It was just like what the actual quality of the gameplay was. But I do feel like there is a big difference between like it's okay and you got it for free versus it's okay and you had to pay. Obviously. You like Yokai Watch the anime made you cry. Oh, incredible. I've not watched it at all either. I just sort of took it to be the same thing. Maybe I underestimated it. Yokai Watch was fully invested in toddlers, but it was cute. Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess that's worth saying. That like, as much as I said it was childish, like it was also like that was the intended audience. So like, I guess good that it was. You never trust level 5. Yeah. You personally did not like the creature design very much in Yokai Watch. Like yeah, right. Like it did not get pushed enough. Right? Like I don't need to be cool. I don't need to be edgy or scary. But like. There's some like really cute designs that I've had from like mobile games, and they did not reach that level. Like it felt, they all felt very safe to me. They still could have been like kid friendly without that. Did we pop? Sorry, team. I think I did lose stream for a second. We shot down some planes. That's all you missed. Yokai Watch is so incredibly mid. It's much more childish than Pokemon. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What are the crimes to level 5? Yeah, hold on. Never mind, Cam's got it already. Very few designs caught your eye either. Yeah. I loved Spectrums as a kid. I played the heck out of both those Spectrums games. That was also definitely more designed for kids. I mean, like, Pokemon's designed for kids. I would say Pokemon is designed to be childlike. I would say things like Yokai Watch are designed to be childish. They're just perpetually unable to like follow up on like any of their promises. It's a disappointment company. Case in point, where's Police? Yeah. You just heard some ill will dropped on them. Yeah, it's just that like they set a lot of expectations that like never meet anything. Stomi Nihei is a funny person, by the way. He spent like a month trying to come up with a mech design that he wanted to thrift shops to get batches back together to tell his editor he's finished. I love that. That is really fun though. I mean, like sometimes you gotta. His editor thought he meant his manuscript because it was close to the deadline when he actually showed him the mech. Then he cranked out the actual story in under 2 weeks. I love it so much. That kind of that definitely pushed that. That's definitely pushing that like farther up on the list because I love that kind of thing. The new Inazuma 11 game is a weird game that is half gacha, half live service. That sounds and all awful. It's an identity crisis walking. Yeah, totally. You did see everything. Okay, weird. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah, no, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Yeah, I knew this was for Knights of Sidonia. You mean for me, it was a combination of me not really being in a 100% mental state, and also the episode in question related to you really hard. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like sometimes it doesn't. And right, like the writing of a show, I do think children's media, in particular when it comes to like Japanese media, like the writing for shows tends to be of higher quality. Just like the nature of being in like the Silver Ratio. The nature of being in the Silver Ratio means like there's like a lot more time spent dedicated to animation, and like if you're going to care about that, you're going to care about the writing a lot more too. I think this is like a big sweeping generalization that I usually hate, but like it's the best I got. That is true. Level 5 is odd. You do not like Ni no Kuni 2. I really wanted to like Ni no Kuni 1. I tried playing it with my mom at one point to like be like, hi, here's a video game that like maybe you would like. You've liked Ghibli movies. But we sort of bounced off of that thing. Sometimes they hit, sometimes they miss so hard. Yeah. Like LBX, I don't know how people feel about that IP here. I don't know what LBX is. So I guess I don't have an opinion until I know what that stands for. You already never liked 2011. That makes me like it even less. Isn't that like Beyblades but soccer with kids, right? Then level 5 is betting. I see you can get what you want or suffer. Yeah. Not 2011 kicks. Just the new game is meant to be a forever with new updates. Tried LBX. It was fun. I guess I should pick it up again on 3DS. And better gameplay, despite a weird chibi remake for the first game coming. Oh, that's still about the new 2011. 2011 Victory Road is good. It has a live service element. Log in every day, get some items. Yeah. People swear by the heavens for Ni no Kuni 1. Maybe you're just a heartless monster. Yeah, right. Like people really love it. It's like charming. I could see. I guess I see why people love it, but it just is not fully doing it for me. y'all are going quick, and I'm a little out of practice. But yes, y'all are going so fast. Little battler experience, mini mecha robots. Oh, okay, yeah. Wasn't one of those given an English port? What is the name of it? I'll think of it later when I'm not like my mind's not going on mile a minute. I played the English version of it. I really liked that. You reminded you that you watched Kamen Rider Forza in high school when you were a senior. There was an episode where 2 characters in the cast were seniors and they were graduating in a little mini arc. What part of any of this reminded you of that? I'm glad it did. Just where did we get that? You never liked Ni no Kuni's gameplay style. I was here for it. I like that style of gameplay. It hit me when the Kamen Rider girls were basically giving the characters a send off for the graduation, and it just as this like it's like suddenly just like very emotional. Suddenly very emotional. I'm with you. Okay. You can't watch Forza Gundam. You're just so burnt out on anime high school. That's fair. Yeah. No, I am a little, which is also definitely indicative of your dislike for Witch of Mercury too, or Witch from Mercury, however the actual title is. Little Battler experience with a 3DS game. It wasn't. It was the game I was thinking of was on the PS2. Okay. Okay, apologies everyone, but I would like to strat this map so we're not on turn 4 an hour in. Okay. So, this landlion is our next game over condition. I think we can probably have Katina and Excellent clean this up together. I think let's just have Excellent chip to start and see where we are. Yeah. And then have Katina come in. Spirits. We'll use the bullseye. They're worth spending here. I guess actually I should have planned a little bit longer, but call support attack with Excellent. That's fair. No, that's fair. Okay, what else can we do? You have no HP. You have. I'm sort of expecting these to have a lot more HP than they do, and they're like they're like kind of crumbling pretty quickly. George episode right at the back, and you wouldn't hit me as hard now. Yeah. No, like I definitely get that. There's definitely like some moments where like things just sort of line up perfectly for them to be emotional in a way that's like exactly where it needed to be at that time. Well, Y does not give much reason to watch Witch from Mercury. That's fair. Yeah. It was so underbaked in that game. It's so weird. Your hatred for G Witch is multifaceted. Bad school hijinks, token series with female main, bad romance, and lost the potential. After watching it with a friend, we both way prefer Cox. Interesting, fascinating. I do need to get back. I want to see what people said about my notes, if anything, in the Discord about Cox. I'm really mixed so far on it. It's such a weird thing. Like your surprise Kamen Rider Friendship Power show would you like that? Yeah. You like Witch from Mercury, but lately you've heard more and more people dislike it. Well, Dromker, if you've been following along with us, we have a book club every week, and we're going to be watching Witch from Mercury very shortly. And once we're finishing Cox first, and then once we do, we'll be watching Witch from Mercury. So if you'd like to join us and share your thoughts, I would love to hear them. In short, it goes normal football with weird stuff, aliens, but not really. World Cup, new people rising to the top. Time travel to save football, and then World Cup against Psychics, aliens in Osmo 11. Yeah. I remember being like kind of a weird show, like in a good way for sure. But like just like sports anime in general do not appeal to me. So. Really, there is some hope in the world. What about the Witch from Mercury? I think it's recency bias wearing off. Kind of like FF7 Remake Rebirth. Yeah. Also, when watching Cox, remember it was the height of Amuro's drama. What do you mean it was the height of Amuro's drama? Was there like drama with the voice actor I didn't know about? So how you feeling on Maku, Nian, and Juji so far? Okay, so hold on. I'm not gonna lie. Just saw the notes channel, and you have some reading for post stream. Yeah. So if you've been following along and you saw the notes channel, and you saw the book club notes, and you have been reading them before now, it is the same notes for anything that has been on notes other places. It's the same I just posted there. I just went to like fill things out. Amuro's VA got in trouble and fired. Oh, fascinating. Okay, I did not realize that. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so I love Machu Nian. I love Machu and Nian so far, but I don't necessarily love them as like Gundam characters. I think in my notes I marked them as being like J-pop, J-rock music video protagonists. Like they're really charming, they're really dynamic. They just don't feel like they like belong in the world that I think of when I think of Gundam. They feel like very main character energy, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You mean you can give less of a rat's ass about football, but for some reason 2011 hits me differently for some reason. I really like it. Yeah. It's not necessarily about the sports itself. I just like the way people are compelled by team sports, like by team hijinks. Like none of that stuff ever really did it for me. I don't know why, because like it really is just a battle manga or a battle anime with a different type of fighting. But I could be wrong. I could be convinced. So Sunrise couldn't use him, obviously. They wanted to, the series called for him. Yeah, no, I do think that probably makes a lot more sense if Amuro had been present for this too, instead of it being just Char. I did also mark in my notes that they're like definitely pulling on the novel a little bit with how they like handle Char. If you know about the light novels, it's similar to those. And Victory Road is good. You've not played online, but offline stuff is pretty good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. The thing where the Amuro VAs made a fan art about his baby or something. Oh, weird. Sorry, not fan art. I realized I read that right in my head. My mouth did not say those words. My tongue is really tongue-tied. Sorry. The thing where the Amuro's VA made a fan abort his baby is the sentence. Yeah, that's very abusive. Yeah. Basically blacklisted and was exceptionally poor timing. Yeah. Macho and Nian have such great chemistry. You love ending with the two of them. Yeah, right? I like that ending is really charming. It's really cute. But again, it does not feel like Gundam so much. So that's why I'm kind of torn, right? I kind of like what the show is doing, but it just feels weird to call it a Gundam, you know? You don't like Shuji. Nian was the one you gravitated towards, and Machu, you didn't get her vibe. That's fair. I mean, I've seen Shuji for all of, half of an episode so far, so... But his weird, talking through the Gundam is definitely, not quite doing it for me. Accidentally wrote a better lesbian couple than the canon lesbian couple. Kind of crazy. Yeah. Your thoughts on Shuji, but gotta wait for... Yeah. If, I do want to hear all of your thoughts, but I would also like to hear them, once I get around when it, makes sense. Please don't spoil stuff. I don't think you will, just saying it. Yeah, Nian and Machu are the true lesbians. You, yeah. As a... Oh, is there, an actual lesbian couple? Are they not canon? There's some heavy romance going on there. What are you talking about? Come on. You called it for episode 1. Weird poly relationship is fine. IG? Yeah, totally. So would you say they feel like auto characters? Yeah, maybe that's it. I wanted to be more than that though. I wanted to just be yeah, they're very fully coolly. I did compare it to Kill la Kill era Trigger really early on. But I guess it's it is kind of just Hideaki Anno, isn't it? Yeah. Was it not the reason that some characters why some characters in Y got his voiceover changed? That would not surprise me. That makes sense to me. Kira talking. Oh, is that what Shuji is doing? Is that what it's called? Oh, right, yeah. Kira is the lights. Has anyone watched Pluto? The modern version of the Astro Boy, Astro Boy arc, the greatest robot in the world. It reminds me a little bit of that too. It's very implied that the trio love each other, which is new and different. That's nice. I'm glad that there's a poly couple. That's good to say. The fan base was warring who would end up with each other at the end of the series, hence why you hated Jewish bringing into this faction. Yeah. Skies of Arcadia does that also, where it kind of is just implied that all three of them are together at the end of it. Which of Mercury lesbianism was technically non-canon, and that was a big controversy for the show. Even the showrunners for some of the staff saying that there were... Wasn't it that it was not canon for the show, but it was canon for the manga? Wasn't it officially canon in the manga? They didn't carry it to the show? Saying that there were Amuro and Char and Lala also love each other. I mean, what? They do, but not collectively. Those are separate romances. Those are 100% separate romances. The weirdest part you can think of for playing, it was legitimately upset during the final season. More teams cheated, and it goes from mirror and shoes all the way to call drops and hidden tasers. But then at the end, when it's behold my super soldiers that will defeat all of you in football, and then I'll conquer the world somehow. I went, oh, there we go. That's normal. Yeah, that's very Yu-Gi-Oh. That's very Yu-Gi-Oh Beyblade style things. I guess I like sports anime when they're about when they're about non-sports games. You can tell the one year war flashback episode 2. That's all Anno. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Same. Yeah, welcome to being a Star Wars fan. How's it relate to Star Wars? You love watching such drama since it does not affect... Oh, just because the shipping culture? Yeah. Sunrise giveth and taketh. Yeah. Up to interpretation. Yeah. Yeah, right, I'll watch it, and then I will pass my own judgment on it, we'll say. Characters... Ashar's Lala was like a mother to me is such a meme line. Yeah, no, but like I do think that matters though. Like I do think that is good. I think that's a good line. Schadenfreude, I believe we call it. Yes, absolutely. Wait, is Schaden? Cam, is Schadenfreude? Is that the name of one of the mechs that we get later on? It sounds like one of the mechs from OGs. Star Wars decanonize the whole universe. Yeah. No. I'm with you now. It took me a second to remember the old files, but they're back there somewhere. Yeah, watching Star Wars implode was fun since you did not care about it. Yeah. Especially when it comes to Japan, publishing companies unfortunately do just hold all the power. Believe you, when football is playing, they do so much non-football stuff, which made you more confused. It was like, yeah, I don't mind you pulling out your effing JoJo stand, put a little mirror Anki. Yeah, okay, maybe I should watch this. Maybe this will be good second screen content. You really love watching the origin, knowing all Gundam. It was really fun. All the retcons about the character, about Char being a child mistreated. I loved Origin. I loved Origin so much. Origin was so good. No, NR, I know what Schadenfreude is. That was making a joke. You're way too serious, way too literal. No, I know what Schadenfreude is. It's annoying because G-Witch created such a split in the fandom. Yeah, no, it totally did. Okay, how are we doing this? It's very funny because Tomino got in trouble for throwing shade on recent series. Oh, did he? It's funny. Genuinely, it's stupid. You do need to accept the fact that's very, very stupid, but once you accept that fact, it's a good watch. Oh, okay, I'm with you. Pringle, I thought for a second you were saying that I was stupid for not watching. I was like, what? I thought we were having a good conversation. What did I do? But no. The premise of the show is that like it's kind of goofed up, and like that is the fun of it. Yeah. Tomino just wants that we watch Brain Powered. Yeah. Go back to the relevant conversation, which is... Oh, no, that's okay. Sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry it's not your cup of tea, but... Tomino basically said recent series didn't get Gundam and don't get Gundam and don't have a point, and have forgotten war bad. Yeah, so, okay, yeah, so here's like my biggest take. I think Gundam is really good when we have a lot of characters who think they are doing something important, and what they have done is change something, but that the world is not about them. We like kind of pushed a little bit at a point to make the world about Amuro and Char a little during Char's counterattack, but I don't think it stays there for too long. But there's so much going on, and it just feels like the world of Kux does not really care about the rest of its world. It's not in love with the rest of its world being filled out. We don't know what's happening with the rest of its world so far, but it feels like the only people that care, the only people that matter, the people that are like keeping things spinning, are the characters we are seeing. And that's just like not what I come to Gundam for. I don't think it's inherently a bad formula. I just don't think that's like what I come to Gundam for. And like maybe that will change later on. Obviously, I've only watched the first 3 episodes, but you just want to emphasize that Schadenfreude is very much fun. Oh, sure. Looking at G-Witch, yeah. Interesting, okay. Wait, Tomino got in trouble. Wait, never mind. Tomino is always being critical to everyone, even himself. Yeah, no, he is like as critical as he is to other people. He is genuinely critical of himself too, which I think is why he's good. I'm with you, Cam. I mean, cooperatism feeding war is also war bad. I mean, potentially that can relate to war bad, but not always. You have no idea about how much Gundam shows, but I believe Iron Blooded Orphans got it very much. Yeah, Iron Blooded Orphans definitely did. The goat has the room to criticize looking at his hits. Yeah, right. Like that's what makes him a good writer. Like that's what makes the content he makes good, because he's able to like understand what makes things work and like keep refining his own process. Tomino is especially funny when he's supposed to be selling a Blu-ray and just messes with people, calling it the worst piece of trash possible. Yeah. Speaking of Gundam, you do love how Genesis represents Iglo. It's very melancholic and brutal. That's good. That's like as it should be. I do want that more out of. I don't want all of Gundam to be that, but I do want more of that in Gundam. I really liked what was it? It was a PS3 game that was like very grounded. All the movement was so slow and so deliberate, and like you cared about counting your ammo, and like being ambushed by like even tanks like made you lose like regular robots. But it had that same kind of like brutality to it, that same kind of like grindiness to it. To be fair, the series only had 12 episodes, so I don't hold it against them. I mean, that's fair. That is fair. It gives me more world building than G-Witch ever did. That's so sad to hear. Which had 2 seasons? Yeah. You love Tomino just by account of Quattro Vagina being a return to that you can't call him Vagina. Yeah. Quattro Vagina is such a funny name. I love it so much. Whenever I try to introduce anybody to the series, that's like definitely one of the things that I mentioned first, and everyone's always so confused. It's so funny. Again, Gundam is desperately in need of a good series. Yeah, totally. Yeah. The new Hathaway movie seems to be received well, so that's nice. That's good. Being self-critical is always important. No, absolutely. Yeah, like, you never can take yourself too seriously. You can never, like, let yourself rest on the laurels of what you have already done. Like, you need to keep checking in. Otherwise, things get really high horsey and navel-gazing. Gundam Build Divers was incredible. I have not watched any of the build. I know people here have opinions about them, Drunker, so I'm sure people will jump in. Missing Link, yes, yeah. Missing Link is the Japanese name, but it is Gundam Crossfire. But Crossfire has a different name, not in English. But Crossfire is what I was looking for. Thank you everyone for knowing what I meant with like such a useless explanation. Divers was also great, but different. I do put it to you that Drunker. That like the builds are just a very different thing. IBO is very good. Would genuinely love it being a mainline Super Robot, not a DLC. Yeah, absolutely. Pringle, we've done this so many times with IBO. Like, just more IBO would be great. But some other things in that universe, too. We need IBO in Super Robot Wars. It's so sad. Yeah, absolutely. In fact, IBO is getting given for G-Witch. Doesn't fill me with despair at all. Thanks for asking. Yeah. Missing Link also seems really cool in Genesis, especially since the gameplay is also great. Oh, is Missing Link that collection of smaller games? Carrying Cargo from Zabungle in the new top tier of Carrying Cargo from Zabungle is the new top tier of Tomino names. Is Carrying Cargo the name of like a person or a robot? You know the name of Genesis? Okay. Gundam Build series looks interesting to me because they fit your vibe a bit more, but you haven't watched any of them. That's fair. They definitely have a particular vibe to them. I can get behind it. Maybe I need to give Builds another chance. You propose Gundam Build is a sports hobby anime? Yeah, no. Isn't it? I've always read it as that. Like, I thought that was the case. I thought that was just the case. Like, I assumed it was just the model's version of like Yu-Gi-Oh or Beyblade. Yes. The Missing Link is the one that has is part of the side stories. Okay, we got there. What is Crossfire then? Oh, the other name is Target in Sight. That's what it was. I knew it had another name in non-English languages. Chono naming scheme versus Kojima naming scheme. Yeah. So much we got IBO into Robot Wars, and to shoot Rustle in the face with, I don't know, something devastating like breast fire. Yeah. Well, except Divers IG. Oh, is Divers not? Okay. That's a person's name. Yep, Carrying Cargo is Zabungle. There's also a man named Al Condor. I'm so excited for Zabungle. Build is spoken, but Divers could be the perfect conduit for a more grounded tale. Okay, I'm here for that. Crossfire is one with the Pixie Gundam, I think. I do think you can get the Pixie Gundam at some point, yes. I mostly was on the Xeon side, but yeah. Zabungle is super good. You would kill for it to be a new Super Robot Wars, mostly for the Iron Gear, you will admit, but also Tim. Yeah, no, I do think that's probably going to be on the docket for something to watch for book club once we get to a game that has it in it. When does IBO make it to Anime Book Club? You can't make me re-enter G-Witch with no light. No, that's true. Yeah. We can consider that. I do think IBO is on the schedule. I do think IBO is on the schedule at some point. I think we're breaking it up with Shosei no Aquarion, right? Yeah. Zamungle is in Z. Yes, I do know that Zamungle is in Z. Doesn't it show up before that though? Alpha Guide. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's Alpha Guide was what I was thinking of. Yeah. Howdy, Tricky. Welcome. You did not miss much. We are only 3 turns into this. We're only 3 turns into from this map from the start. We just loaded a save from when we got to like the beginning of this portion of the map because we did the first part correctly. So you've not missed very much. We've been talking a lot because I've been out for so long. You need to play Alpha Guide again. Zabungle had funny animations. Well, we're getting kind of close to the end of Alpha if you want to be ahead of the game with us. It's very unique. Oh, sick. Okay, good. Yeah. I do know at some point he like carries a rocket and like smashes it on the enemies. Yeah, no, y'all. I don't know if I would call it distracting. I'm trying to be engaging. We're having good conversation. But yes, we've mostly been spent talking to Chad. The Goober Squad of Tim, Beck, Big O, Gold Guy. Okay. And the purple hair guy from Voltron, those guys in Zichu are great. And Sideburns, man, you will never replace Tim in your heart. I feel like the Mazinger Gordon needs the Hell Emperor Gordon needs to be in that list too. Is it weird to see bosses with low HP? Absolutely tricky. And our sass to be a little bit earlier, rightly so, because I wasn't using support attacks over here with Excellent, because I was just like expecting all of these enemies to have way more HP than they were. Admittedly, these aren't bosses, but still, like everything is such low HP values. It's so surprising to me. Oh, that's not a rocket. That's an intercontinental nuclear missile. Sorry, my mistake, Pringle. My mistake. Okay. I think we can give this to Katina. But let's heal her first. We heal here. Katina plus Excellent kills here. Excellent can mostly... Oh, no. I actually think we can't afford to heal Katina. Okay, let's Valor her instead, then. And then just get this kill without the support necessary. Yeah, I think this is probably our better play then. But HP is not that high. Yeah, no, it does not seem like it. You think Grunt HP is way better handled than other games? Yeah, they do actually feel like grunts rather than just like boss adjacent. You need more strong presence of Big O in Super Robot Wars. I think the DLC, but its storytelling deserves more. Yeah, absolutely. I figured it was going to be in a couple of games. Isn't it in a couple? Big O is really only in D in the Z series. Okay. It is in C. OG is a bit of a reset. You will notice. Yeah. It's one of your favorite arguments. Is your crusade to give Char counterattack bright nuclear weaponry? Yeah. Thinking back to the enemy jets in V, they have way too much health. Yeah. For the little bit I played of V, I do feel like there was a number of enemies that do have just so much health. You're saying like we haven't already had 2 resets? Yeah, Big O is hard to include, but it would be awesome to be more included. It would be nice. Yeah, Valor wasn't necessary. It's true. I know we're not planning this phenomenally well, but I did try and calc some of these things. But like the equations were not working out exactly how they said they were going to. So I've been a bit off on them. The DLC has been fun so far. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear it. Mostly master difficulty. Yeah. I do think I will probably be happy to have master difficulty. When's the new WoW DLC stream? I know. I don't want to be sick of that game. We played so much of it. I'm like so happy to be playing something different. I suspect we probably won't be playing WoW for a while. I don't know when we will, but we probably won't. Resets and retcons is what made this house. Yeah. So when you plan the LTC, do you go expert or master? I will probably still work on expert. A, because that's what we'd already started working on and talking about. And B, I just don't own the 3rd DLC yet, so. You don't know how you feel about SR points being so reset dependent. Yeah, we were having this conversation last time too. I don't mind it a bit, but I do understand why someone would want to like be able to clear them the first time without needing to reset for them. Z-Series Big O is great, to be honest. All the super robots in Z1 I think are good. I think you already said this stuff. That's okay. I mean, like I'm glad to hear you keep championing it. Like it does make me hyped to get this. You'll wait till the DLC gets on sale. It was a bit too disappointing gameplay-wise. Also, cross-end has too much recency for me. That's fair. I didn't really. Will the DLC go on sale? Do you think? Maybe I bought it already. I don't remember. Oh no! When the DLC came out, I bought when the Y DLC came out. I bought the DLC for, or maybe it was right before. I got the DLC for 30 at some point because it was super cheap. You've been trying so hard to get more expansion pass content, but you're replaying so many chapter missions to grind out money for other units. Yeah. Austin is like, please don't drive me back to Y. Kinda, yeah. Was understandable. You think Y and 30 are way too big. Yeah, no, they absolutely are. Yeah, no, that is exactly why I was worried and why I wanted to save Messer, why I wanted to save the Jet, why I wanted to save Russell before healing to make sure we got that kill, because otherwise we were dead there. And just being overexploited, I like it, but it presented in the last 5 SRWs, that's a lot. Yeah, they just keep using the ones they already have licenses for from the last couple, and that feels very sloppy. One of the robots is in the combiner, where 2 of the robots plus an extra thing just turn into a pair of suspenders for the main robot. Wait, what? Where is this from? Is this from Big O? That's fun. Okay, so I'm hesitant to use this attack because I don't want to accidentally make Thomas retreat. So I think we're just going to wait here. We can pair up next turn. By the way, you can't really wrap your head around how exactly the Ineon gauge works. Oh, cool. Okay, great. There's definitely some options. There's definitely some options for more mechanics to pick out. I for sure see it. Misremembered about T because it was expelled from Paradise. Yes. No. Trumker, I did exactly the same thing. Also, Ange has V stats from what you have gleaned from the teaser mission, which is interesting. Is that more or less than you would expect? The Visa series is just the cost catching up to them with these games. Yeah, no, absolutely. Demon Main, please come back. You need to do some Atlantis strikes. Interesting. Oh, God Sigma. Yes, I know God Sigma. Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely recycling like crazy. Also, fun fact that should be a shock to no one, but it was confirmed X Omega and DD saved Super Robot Wars after Moon Dwellers flopped and died. Yeah, it is not surprising, but the expelled mistake is okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. So your fellow Super Robot Wars Gooners will accept everyone's apologies now. Yeah. Okay. Who is hurt the most that we can heal to get the most out of this? Moon Dwellers, my dyslexic beloved. Yeah. In V, Vilcus has 140 mobility. It was nerfed to 130. Okay. We are level 7, level 8, 9. Okay, so healing the Grungust is probably the answer. Moon Dwellers is fun. Yeah, no, it will probably be fun to play these. Usually say it's difficult to gain morale in OG, but seeing these numbers, Y is getting jealous. Yeah. Yeah, no, our morale's been pretty juiced so far. The game is too good for a translation of that quality. Yeah, absolutely. Basileus, Barsirius. Yeah. No one's ending maps with 112 more. That's so depressing. That's so distressing. Z2 also had God Mars, and I really like it because purposely tried to use as few frames of animation as possible, with it still making it look good, and they succeeded. Yeah, I really like God Mars indeed. That was really fun. You never found morale to be that big of an issue. Yeah, so far it seems like pretty manageable. Yeah, we've been able to get them enough from landing kills on people. Here's a revolver stake. Okay, so we need some. We'll take a bullseye here. And let's see if Brooklyn just... Oh, he can't actually get there. Oh, wait, no, he can stand here. Okay, this is fine. Let's see if Brooklyn just standing there is some bonuses to anything. Oh, I see why we're using the plus 30, because it's accuracy. Okay. This should still be enough damage anyway. We should be fine. Totally is. As an ESL, you should understand, but just sheer strength of will. Yeah. Drumker, what is your first language? I'm curious. I have so many international or so many like ESL viewers. I love it so much. You think unless you're a princess, your morale is very much fine? Yeah. In my experience, there's only one character that has morale problems because her morale gains do not fit her her only unit. I do remember you mentioning that before, NR. Or your focus with 100 base morale. Yeah. I wonder who that is. Maybe we're heading with the big sword. It's probably going to die from the big sword by itself. Probably, which could be certain. We missed by like 1100 HP. I would not be surprised if we missed by like 10 HP. It's gotta be Spanish. Oh, sick. Okay, cool. You did say your small amount of Spanish could help, but I wasn't sure if that was like you also knew Spanish as a second language, like as an extra language too, or not. I will be right back. I need some tissues pretty desperately, and I'm all out. So give me a minute. This will not be a long break, though. Okay, I am returned. I have such an international life. I really do. I love it. I'm very happy about it. Hold on. Gracious. Okay. You're really feeling like, despite being a Yakuza fan, I feel like Nagoshi just sucks. It feels like the Yakuza games keep wasting money on actor cameos and side quests. That's disappointing to hear. I thought those games were, like, famous for being, like, filled to the brim with high-quality content. I feel enlightened after reading that post I sent at, like, 4 a.m. EST. What post was that, Gundam? Yes, that sword was enough on its own. Robot Wars having international leash is really funny to you. Yeah, no, it's really fascinating. I'm really surprised by this. In some ways. In other ways, I'm like, no, this kind of tracks, I guess. It's wild it took this long for it to escape Japan. Yeah, totally. So Spanish, Austrian, English, which is varied from what I hear. Yeah, there's also someone who's Japanese. Yeah, isn't Melu from Venezuela? I'm pretty sure Melu said that he was from Venezuela. In last Super Robot Wars Direct, I've seen so many Latin American viewers. It was really shocking to me. The chat was mainly Spanish. Yeah, when I went to Costa Rica for a bit, there was like such a love of anime there. I'm like not surprised to see it. Like DBZ is like a thing there. Just random gas stations have Goku advertising things for them still. Yakuza is all about the minigames from what I saw. Yeah. Yeah, from the newest Yakuza remake was very much seen with much vitriol. That's a shame. Yeah, when I said fill the room with the content, I was thinking about like all these sort of like little different side projects you can like take yourself down, like stock car racing or like running a host cafe or like I guess hostess cafe. That was due to the external to the game though. What was? The vitriol. Goku is your second Jesus. Yeah, kinda. Yeah. The remake itself was fine. People problems were with staff behind the scenes stuff. Oh, got it. Okay, which is really care about why, which I really care about when I'm buying a product. No, totally. Absolutely. Yeah. No, absolutely. You should. I'm 100% with you. Because she was in charge of Sakura Wars 2019 project. He was very controlling and was the reason it changed to action because he insisted. Because of him instead of SRPGs. Okay. So maybe I see a common through line. You left your HQ for dead just to shoot me in the face, huh? I like you, got moxie. But guess who's got checkmate here? That's right, me. What? Let's just say I'm good at getting results. See you again. Cool. I won't complain. They had another card up their sleeve. By card, you don't mean... We've got readings at range 3, 3 o'clock. Looks like they came in through a hole in our early warning nets. Say what? Are they even done? There's so many of them. Commander, what do we do? Calm yourself, Bullet. The moment you falter is the moment you lose, whether you're outnumbered or not. Sorry, sir. That said, we are outnumbered. How long can we hold out? You know, the Vice could make a break for it. Mind if I go call for help at the Far East base real quick? He'll get blown out of the sky out there. How far do you think you'll get? We'll do all we can here. After all, there's nowhere left for us to run. We've gone as far as we can. There's only one option left of us. To find a weakness and break through it. Commander, at what point would be ideal for withdrawal, all of you? Excuse me, withdrawal to where? This is our home base. I don't care where. I'll buy some time. Use it to retreat. You too, Major. I'm about to use the HOS jammer. That should pull the wool over their eyes for a while. I want all you to take the opportunity to flee and head to the Manhattan Meteor Crater. Out of the question, Commander. Evacuate the base. I'll hold the enemy at bay. The enemy will launch another MAPW attack soon enough, just like they did last time. If anyone has nowhere to run, it's the people in this base, not you. But sir, if we lose the ATX team and the Hiryu custom here, the Federation's as good as done. Commander, you would send us off to live in disgrace? I would. If you live, you can fight another day. That's why I want you to head to Manhattan. Rendezvous with the remaining TFF forces there. Commander, this is an order, Major Zungersumbold. What are your men going to do if their squad leader stays here to die? Listen up. I'm about to activate the HOS jammer. Major Zungersumbold, and with everyone in the Hiryu costume. Hiryu custom. Get out of there and give him hell. Kyosuke, we're retreating. Kyosuke, you bastard, are you just gonna leave everyone in the base for dead? Give the order to retreat, Commander. If you don't, I'll rip you out of the cockpit and carry you out of here myself. Do you really have to go that far, Lieutenant? This is far too small a hill for you to die on. There will be far greater battles to come. We need to be alive to fight them. That's the bet the Commander and the others are making. Don't let them down. Ha. Zanger, you have some good soldiers working under you. What he described as another face of Bushido, something I know all too well. Take it to heart. Find the right place to stake your life. Understood. All units, please return to the ship. We're going to evacuate the area. A prudent decision, Captain. Damn it, I'm not running away. I refuse to run away. Don't vent, Bullet. Hold on to that anger. You'll find your moment to put it into use soon enough. Okay, I want to pause here because this is a good moment to talk about the other route. Let's see if I can catch up with chat quick. You love code? Yes. Author stating that Super Robot Wars could do what they wanted. No, that is really good. I'm really happy he chose to do that. Yeah, that post was reposted in the Discord. Was heartbreaking if it was true and no idea if it was. Wait, which one? Was it posted in our Discord so I can treat it later? Like, Cam read that post. It's so crazy. Interesting. What is this, Jay? The amount of reinforcements? Yeah. A flight Japan USA with one seated mech sounds long. Yeah, absolutely. I peeped the after stream before I planned to read Austin's notes. Didn't have a chance to read it properly when you first posted it. Okay, if it's in our Discord, I'll take a look at it then. Like, ever since Yakuza 7 or Yakuza Like a Dragon, stuff from 3 keeps getting retconned. That's such a shame. You love how they made map attacks used canonically here. You know, it's really good. It's very smart. I do kind of love it. I totally understand why you say them the way that you do now. Sadly, Gundam, welcome to having popular installments in a franchise. Yeah. We need more mass destruction, but in game, yeah. I'm really surprised we don't have any map attacks yet. Brought in a lot of new peeps, which I think is generally good. I think we talked about this more. We talked about this before. Because being cool-headed brute is amazing. Yeah, so this is the spot that I want to parallel. For example, characters died by getting shot to death with a minigun, and people excuse the scene because people are like, it makes sense. He's alive. Kiryu didn't check for a pulse. Okay, sure. Sorry, wrong mass destruction. Was that a song? The other route, where the heck is my super? Yeah. Ryusei thoughts? Yeah. Rishu cheekily putting a Bushido lesson in this. He literally was, yeah. No, I kind of hope the Bushido grandpa doesn't actually die when he comes back. I liked him. He was literally filled with bullet holes all over. Don't worry, it's like JoJo. A bullet just passed through his head and 3 dogs. He'll be fine. You're a Trails fan, Gundam. You know the rules. No body. Yeah. Yeah, so I have played up to Scenario 6 on the Ryusei route for OG1 on GBA. It's definitely pretty different. Not having pair up has not been that big of a deal because we've really hardly got to use it here. It definitely feels like crunchier and like fiddlier and smaller. But so many of those maps are so much easier. Like Ryusei is definitely the easier route by every stretch of the imagination. A lot of it is just like put our dudes in place and then like let them blow each other up. Or let them blow the enemies up. But when we are at the treaty with Shirogane, I think, is it Shirogane? The other ship where Shu uses the black hole on everybody to stop the conversation between the Arrogators and the Federation from like he like starts breaking that treaty down. The thing that we get to too late and miss what's happening there. Ryusei also has this moment where he needs to get pulled out, where everyone's like, we need to retreat, and then Rai and Aya have to pull him out and like force him to retreat. In the same way here that like Bullet is really wound up and like we're getting him to retreat. And like I guess the parallel I want to draw is, at least as far as Alpha has been, how I've been playing Alpha, Bullet and Ryusei are paralleled deeply in their T-Link, so I kind of like that they get to do roughly similar things. It's interesting to see that his character is in some ways being represented as one of the side characters in this version of the text. I have more Ryusei thoughts than that, just like this moment is exactly, like this moment with Bullet is exactly what's happening with Ryusei. But I've not played Scenario 7 yet, because I figured like we didn't finish it yet, so I wanted to save it. Ryusei is a green beginner compared to Kyosuke, who is professional. Oh yeah, no, not with Kyosuke, with Bullet. It's why I wholeheartedly believe Ryusei is meant to be played first. Yeah, 100. Yeah, Cam, I 100% agree with you. Absolutely, there's no question in my mind. They even put when you start the game, they start the cursor on Ryusei for both of them. So absolutely. Yeah, Ryusei feels novice friendly. Yeah, totally. Ryusei gets harder, but more annoying than anything. Yeah, because the water, I have not minded the water so far, but I imagine I will get sick of it if it's just all water all the time. Also, once again, he was right to push Kyosuke for the stream series. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. 100% you were correct, too. You separate your Trails brain from your Yakuza brain. Another character was a major villain. In 3, a worldwide Illuminati terrorist. In 8, he's just free in Hawaii, like the U.S. government wouldn't take him in. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, no, 100% they would. That does seem like a real big contrivance. Kyosuke is funnier. I do think Kyosuke is funnier. I think Ryusei pushes to try to be funny, but in that very like how is everyone feeling tonight? I can't hear you. How's everyone feeling tonight? The like too pleasantly funny like Saturday morning cartoon energy. It's definitely more childish, which is fine. Like that's like sort of what the idealized super robot is anyway. So like I don't mind it. It is doing the thing it wants to do, just like maybe the writing isn't as much for me. I'm surprised the character I care about the most is Rai, that he is one of the Bronsteins or whatever the like evil family is. I wish he was a little bit less like edgy, like on the on the cut of the edge all the time. Like he's always so ready to just like be angry. Aya pivoting back and forth between like being serious and being like really cutesy girly is a little off-putting. I would like to see a like more unified character rather than trying to like needing to wife her up a little bit. But we've not seen a whole lot of them yet. And like I already know about Ingram, so like him being kind of like gruff is not like I know why we're doing that already. Ryusei quickly learns what war is. Yeah, he does have a face. He does have one of his like face animation panels that is like way more serious than the situation calls for, so I'm sure he's gonna learn soon. Super Warrior's brain should also be a part there, but yeah, I mean, yeah. So he doesn't treat it like a game like Tenzin. Yeah, he is a little bit right now, but like by comparison to Tenzin, Ryusei already does seem more mature. But you really like the Ryusei cast? I'm looking forward to like learning more about them. I've seen a lot of them in abstract. Like I've seen a lot of the SRX cast, just like very adjacently or like very much by approximation, right? But yeah, Tenzin is a good foil. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Ryusei route is hated by Edgy and too much water. Yeah, tricky. I made that joke last time. I don't know if you were in the stream last time, but I made that joke last time. It's so good. It's so hard to beat Kyosuke's cast, like excellent over Mai every day of the week. Oh, yeah, excellent over Aya. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I do like Kyosuke's cast more. Same with Kusha, sadly. Who's Kusha? Even excellent is way cooler character. Also, Mai is a 2 character. Okay, sure, yeah. Bullet versus Rai gets to be a hard debate. Interesting, okay. Kusuha, one joke is my favorite. Oh, yeah, so, is Kusha supposed to be Kusuha? I was surprised to see Kusuha and Ryusei kind of paired up. Like, in my head, Kusuha is Bullet's girlfriend, right? Isn't that what, that's the thing, right? Rai has the better theme. That could be. I did need to play without sound. I was at my parents' house because I didn't have water, so I did need to play without sound there, so I wasn't bothered. The villain, by the way, isn't even a fan favorite character, so you have no idea why he's alive as well. That's really silly content. That's really silly. I'm so sorry. Radiace is that a character? One-handedly beating all of his cast, pun not intended. Radiace one-handedly beating. I guess he'll be one of the characters we see later. Also, both having kind of a problem being a mech that does not fit him like Bullet. Yeah, we haven't had like the opportunity to switch around yet. I have liked his mech so far, though. I guess just by extension, because everything else is just like the Gespenst TT, which is just fine. Raya's great. Yeah, I'm hoping he's gonna get better. I figure we have very little going on yet. But Aya starting as a hard ass, but she is radically different after map 2. Yeah. So I end feeling fine. Yeah, I wish there was a little bit more of a transition, and hopefully we'll see a little bit more. We'll see more out of her soon. Aya is a cute jobber. Yeah, kind of. And like, I want them to pick a lane a little bit more, or like integrate them together a little bit more. You know? Yeah, in some old game FAQ guides, they say skip Aya and Kyosuke route, not the best reputation. I would love to at some point go through some of the game FAQ guides and like talk about how mechanically savvy they are. But I don't want to I also don't want to tear people down. So like, we'll see maybe. Ryusei is not interesting in girls. He goes for the mechs. Yeah. But like Kusuha acts like they are dating. Like Kusuha is like, why aren't you paying attention to a girl that's right in front of you? All you'll say about Ryusei and Kusuha is keep watching. Okay, sure. Aya and Latuna disagree. Rai is Radiace. Oh, got it. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I've not been given his full name yet. I don't think. I think they've just said Rai, middle initial, Braunstein. I think because the GBA has like so few stories. Good to know though. Okay, so let me go back to the Radiace. Radiace one-handedly beating all his cast. Oh right, yeah. Because I know his left hand is weird, but we haven't been told what's up with his left hand yet. Don't you need IF for the combo attack? There's only 2 combo attacks in the game. I mean, possibly, but like, I don't need to necessarily use the combo attack, right? That doesn't have to be the case. We are usually dying not because we didn't do enough damage, but because we didn't have enough characters yet. Or by dying, I mean not fulfilling the SR points. We're usually not fulfilling the SR points because we just like ran out of characters to do a task. Not because we needed to do more damage. I have gotten all the SR points on so far, though. The game FAQ guide talk how Altyson is the best unit, and I agree. Fortune plus good mech plus amazing offense. I mean, I'm here for it so far. It's been pretty good. Internet stuck. Sorry about that. I did see it blip very briefly. Altyson has a good combination of power availability. Yeah. Fortunately, the Altyson is like shows up really early on. I don't know, maybe it doesn't in the Ryusei route, but it does in the Kyosuke route, so I have to give it a lot of credit. The stream curse is returning. Yeah, no, it's just a couple of blips today. It is definitely very windy, so like a lot of the cables that are holding the internet are like blowing around, which is just like always going to be a problem, which is the thing we knew from before. But... Okay. Don't vent, Bullet. Hold on to that anger. You'll find your moment to put it to use soon enough. We really were just sitting on one button away from retreating. On that Ryusei route, it's tough to nail down the best mech. Maybe the Grumgust. Yeah. Or the Sidebuster. Yeah, at this point, we just have the Gespenst TT, 2 Gespenst TTs, the Stern Ritter or whatever, Rise, like, artillery mech is, and we just got the 3 jets last mission. He blipped and he was describing his blip cinema. Yeah. I'm very good at that, you know. Wow. There isn't really a mech with both good availability and power. Those two are the closest. Sure. Wild Raptor being a flyer is also great. That's the jet we saw at the beginning that blew up? That we get later. When you're saddled with the crappy dispensed. Yeah, like the thing that's going for them right now is they can hold the machine gun. Really thought it was a Latin American moment. The stream hiccups. No, my stream hiccups a lot, sorry. Shoots Vault. Oh, yes, yeah. Yeah, Walled being forest, I knew that. Shoots Beak Senses protect to me. Shoots Vault is right. Yeah, that's the one. That is the one. Thank you, team. With this, my role is finished. Laker, Major General Norman. The rest is up to you. Okay, deploy the HOS jammer and anti-air emplacements. Buy as much time as we can. All personnel, evacuate through the basement. If I live to see you again, I'll think up some new upgrades for you. My Mark III and Mark II custom. And perhaps the Gigan Scudo too. Oh, yeah, no, they're definitely not dying. We gotta get them all back. No, don't worry, it's sometime. Yeah, no, my internet's where I live is just gonna do that a little bit. I'm so sorry. Also, there is one game FAQ that says a one-range weapon is the best weapon and you should spend your funds on it. Fascinating. That's gonna have to be a real hard sell. That's gonna have to be a you can kill anything with it. Yeah, don't worry, I always do come back somehow. Especially now that we have Discord, I'll always find a way back. One crappy one-range sword. Everyone knows that 1 to 3 range machine gun is the meta. Yeah, no, the machine gun is like really slapping so far. Also in that game too. Marion has to wait, sadly. Yeah. On Crusader Island, Gigan Scooter deserves even more upgrades. Yeah, I'm excited for it. The thing that is like multiple, the thing that is named Great Shield and has multiple cannons for arms or different cannons for arms. You hate the swords. The only good thing are the Samurai Sword and the Rocher Saber is 1 to 2. I'm assuming those are ones I don't have yet. Here you custom, you say. They escaped from Langley Base in North America and fled to parts unknown. Oh, right, yeah. And that Elzim is Rai's older brother. I did not know. That was fun. That was a fun detail. Not the kind of decision I would expect from my friend Zangra Zumbold, but perhaps they had someone up to the task of persuading him. Langley Base. I'd expect nothing less from that Bastions of Earth Sphere defense plan. They must have a talent to rival our own. We suffered a great loss this day. Nonetheless, their refusal to align themselves with the DC means they've been defeated. The true purpose of this war still eludes you. Not unlike my younger brother, right? There we go. I'm always just a little bit too fast for these games. It was gonna happen real soon. Rodney Ace, actually. Actually, I fought him. It was just after we made Earthfall. Pay it no mind. He's cut ties with the Bronstein family, and I have no intention of persuading him otherwise. Sir, I wonder, will the Hiryu custom become a driving force in the battle to come? I must make certain, and for that, I suppose I will have to drag him into this. But the Samurai Sword has good base power. You would not upgrade immediately. Okay. We'll get there when we get there. Those 1 to 2 range are a lot nicer to give on Kyosuke to conserve his revolver stake. Yeah. It's definitely getting a little short on him. We're relying on it a good deal. You're happy you're playing Ryusei because they explain a lot more lore world building. Yeah, no, they for sure do. Because like they need to, right? Because he's a greenhorn, because he's kind of bumbling. It is really fascinating seeing that team just like be seemingly bad at everything, and this team being so good at everything. Oh, that's interesting. Wait, then have you heard Elzim Trombik theme? No, I have not heard it yet. I don't think so. Unless it's been in this game so far, I've not heard it. Shishio Blade is a nice filler weapon with base power. Like if enemies happen to be at 1 range or you are player facing at 1 range. Okay. Since Ryusei is our fish out of water. Yeah, exactly. Like he is our good like player insert character to like get them to teach him things so that we can know about them. Yes, this is only 5 energy. I also like the gun that needs energy. Yeah. Elzim is a very serious man for now. Elzim theme is amazing. I can't wait to hear it. Yeah, I guess that would have been in mission 1 when you fly around as him for a bit. But like I said, I could not have my audio on. Yeah, I probably will soon. Meanwhile, Ratzel is very funny, man. Have we met Ratzel yet? I know you mentioned it before. I'll re-met him again. You love the contrast. You kind of wish they stuck with it. A Shonen team and a Seinen team, basically. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, no, I do like that a lot. Elzim's theme is very, very famous. Okay, it's very fan famous. It's quite possible I have her and I just like don't know it off the top of my head as his theme. Not your favorite, but a good one? Okay. Oh yeah, the funny thing that thanks to a glitch overrides every other song in the game. You need just because a thing that the song in all games will override any music, even Final Boss Week. That's really funny. Russell is a 2 character. Okay. Okay, what else? Oh, we have the energy taker. Interesting. Oh, we can drop their energy. That's fascinating. Yeah, Russell is a whole game away. Okay. Okay, let's upgrade the Vice Runner first. Perfect. We've maxed out some mobility. We are now all set to go. I'll save the rest of it for the machine gun, I think. Oh yeah, you came across this post where someone said that they hated every minute of Gaugagar when watching it and just didn't elaborate. I'd understand if it was about the epilepsy, but GGG is very good. Yeah, I would love for them to explain that more. Outside of the Blue Danube in Alpha 3, according to comments. Sorry, Adar, could you give some context for that one? Energy Take is famous in this game. Not sure it's still the same energy. It's fascinating. Yeah, we'll think about it in a second. Never use the Energy Taker. They give you so many hyper-specific weapons. Yeah. GGG could be a little fast-paced. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. But it would be helpful if people, like, defended their points rather than just, like, be grumpy. It's still weirded out that Ander Shonen Blauen Donen is randomly in Super World Alpha 3 soundtrack. Oh, is that the Blue Danube? I'm sorry, I pronounced that probably terribly. You don't have to try and get me to pronounce it right, don't worry. Like, elaborate your hate, brother. If you're going to hate something, do it correctly. Please, yeah, exactly, Gundam, exactly. Like, I don't need it to, like, try and fight you about, like, not you in particular. I don't need it so that the person can, like, be fought. I, like, just want to know. But people don't ever know, absolutely not. Yeah, it is much easier to just go, no, this band, I don't like. Yeah. Okay. I do think I want to keep the rest of the money for something else. You still use the Energy Taker, especially as an early range damage. Yeah. I love to rant, especially explain my hate personally. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I guess Gundam, this is kind of personal for you. I think you've been the most ranty recently between the Freedom movies and now the Yakuza stuff. I can see the upside of it. I want to figure out who we should give it to. Please give the Altizen the Energy Taker as a ranged option for now. Well, yeah, okay, hold on, Anar. No. Like that kind of stuff I want to figure out. If I'm reading chat, I don't have time to think about it yet. But I do like want to try and think about that stuff without being told what to do. Yeah, like on a different server, you found someone save it for Terran from 00 with a worse MS than the Genoese from Age, which you vehemently disagree with because it is a very fundamentally flawed machine. But again, like in what context? Okay, I can't get distracted by this. I need to play this game. Yeah, no, I'm with you, Gundam. Like I want like 4 hours of detail. I want 4 hours of detail. No, it's okay. I know you're excited. Okay. Yeah, so what is the weapon in question? We are adding an Energy Taker. This is 2400 power, 70 accuracy. It's A everywhere, 0 crit bonus, and it drops energy down 2. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, we'll see how much energy that actually takes. I wonder what R is. I know it's like one of the 2 status effect types. I saw that there were 2 status effect types. I wonder what, like, if R is like repeating. It has no class. It's 2 instances of ammo. Okay, so we can either drain 1 person twice or hit 2 separate people. Okay. Yeah, if it is R for like repeating, then we can like bop 2 different people and keep having them get ticked. Okay, it's 1 to 6 range. I see. So the Hiryu can't even use it. Though I do like the Hiryu getting either the repair or the resupply model. But I thought that Messer had this already. He has the repair module. Oh, yeah, no, sorry. We don't have them left. It's just that he can equip them. Never mind. Yeah. R's for robots and PS for pilots. Okay. You just what the worst mobile suit was, and the Tyrann was his answer, which you disagree with because at the very least, it's a time period where it was effective and effective variants against Sive. Yeah. I mean, like, again, in what context? Like, the worst mobile suit is, like, the ball. Is the energy taker strat still meta in OGs compared to the OG1 GBA? Yeah, no idea. I've got no idea. OG2 GBA energy taker meta was completely dead. Interesting, okay. Saved me from many bad bosses. Yeah, I love doing this already. I love just, like, sitting and draining bosses in some cases, so being able to, like, do it proactively sounds really good. I also don't mind that they're dead. Like, give me more things to figure out for later games, right? You mean you're 10 games into Yakuza? I got things to say about Yakuza. Like, lately, every year is a new Yakuza game. It's getting exhausting keeping up with it. I feel that, Gundam. That's why, like, I don't mind, like, not being up on a lot of modern games. It does kind of get exhausting. I'm happy to hear that you have lots of things to, like, say about. You tend to come with, like, very good and very strong opinions. So, please, you have my blessing. Rant away. Yeah, we only have 10 instances of a thing that's more than 3 range. Yeah. It should, like, it could also go on the Gespensed, but, like, there's no reason to. Like, it is worse on the Gespensed than it is here. So, like, yeah, that is correct. And we don't have enough yet for ammo. Okay, great. No, we shouldn't have saved over that. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. Okay. Let's rock. Energy Taker is very much still usable, I would argue, but you have more Barrier Buster. Okay. I have to imagine being able to, like, steal energy is always going to be good. The gun and ball gamer struck all. Yeah. You were thinking in the context of piloting, I would rather pilot a ball than a Genoese because at least the ball has a weapon that can destroy a mobile suit and can run away quickly. Yeah, okay, maybe. I hear you. You hate the ball in Genesis, 6 to 7 range along. That's so silly though. I love that. The Gespensed has split missiles. Yeah, it has ranged options, but they are low power though. You predict 2 maps. Two more maps. I think we can probably get 2 more maps in. Or you think, yeah. You've certainly been busy, Von Vought-Tron. Not that I expect otherwise from the North American Ops Commander. Hardly, sir. We may have taken Langley base, but the rest of North America still remains outside your control. The Federation intends to turn this into a protracted battle. My intent is to strengthen our anti-federalist network and create further agitation from the outside. As such, I would ask that you save your gratitude for after I've achieved results. Ha, you're a steadfast man. You bear the future of our world on your shoulders, Commander. With me handling things behind the scenes, the people will be freed from the yoke of the Federation tyranny soon enough. Once this battle is over, I'll need to give you a more front-facing post. After all, I can't afford to focus solely on war. Yes, sir, assuming the time comes. I expect to hear good things from you, Vaughn. Commander Bien, if I may. Lorenzo, how is the UCC faring with Operation Aurora? Very smoothly, sir. They'll be progressing to the final phase within the day. Is that so? Let Meyer know I expect to meet him in Geneva then. Sir. Adler, what is the Hiryu Customs' current heading? The Hiryu Custom. You mean that hollow shell of what used to be a deep space exploration ship? This looks so painful. Why does he have metal grafted to his face? Be into the goat? Yeah, I do love him. Von Vought-Tron, very much important later. Okay, cool. He looks like he's important. It is a very Gundam name. It's a very Gundam name. You're back. You were reading the Impact chapter transcription that was just dropped. Incredible. How was it, Dromker? Also, welcome back. Apparently, the Crusader on has 1/3 of their budget left to fund the entire campaign. Who knows? You know who 2/3 of their entire budget ate. Is that the Granzon, right? The Genoese literally doesn't have a weapon that can damage. The thing gets the thing gets fighting until it gets the dot rifle, which you wouldn't even argue is a good thing. I probably need to watch H again, but I'm not so grumpy about it. You plan to finally get back to that game. Did he just start? Really love the retcon inclusion of these lieutenants. Yeah, no, it's really nice. Second chapter's just starting. Okay, cool. That's a nice starting point. If you do go back to it, Cam, or anyone else, please let me know. I'm curious to hear. It's the equivalent of putting a tank cannon on a bulldozer, because that's basically, yeah. That's a good description, Prickle. That's a good description. It's very funny that 1/3 of the budget could have destroyed the TF. Yeah. I understand people are upset with RGG Yuck as a developer, but I feel people are over-hating, and it's just tiring. They are legit critiques, but those get tossed aside for, like, minor issues overblown. Yeah, I mean, like, Yankee, I do think that's, like, probably generally any discourse about any long-running media at this point, that there's a lot of people grumping about them on the internet that sort of, like, sweep away any of the, like, actual helpful discourse, because we're just trying to get through stuff so fast. We, like, never have time to, like, expound on it, you know? Metal Nose is very much a bad guy. Oh, yeah, no, he looks like a villain. Yeah. The black hole thing. Yes, that's what I thought. Yeah. Though you did find it funny when your bias with the trails kick in. It should annoy me. There's so many plot decisions, but it just doesn't. Like, Daybreak 2, a lot of people have intense hate for, but you love that game. Is that in the Yakuza game? Is Yakuza Daybreak 2, I guess? Okay, so that one is going to be a while, since Impact is the longest game. Oh, okay. The transcript is starting, so the chapters don't have any nuance yet. Okay, cool. Impact is awful to run through, fair warning. Remember you tried it? Yes, no, I do. I did remember that. I do remember that. Yeah. Yeah, Impact is the longest, so it'll take some time. Yeah, isn't it multiple compacts together? Isn't it multiple compacts too? You forget who's ever fought randomly. Probably the message that got censored by Kim. But Ragnall is really good with those long transcriptions. That's really nice. I'm glad someone's doing that. Thank you for keeping me safe from spoilers. Yeah, no, I'm really glad Ragnall's doing that. That's good. Okay, let's get back to this. Okay. The Hiryu custom. You mean that hollow shell of what used to be a deep space exploration ship? I question whether that scrap heap is worthy of your notice, Commander. According to Elzum, that scrap heap plays host to the ATX team under the leadership of the former aggressor, Zanger Zombold. Merely a hard scrabble group of test pilots and harebrained prototypes. A little more. A hard scrabble? Is this what? I've not heard this colloquialism. Being related to a place of barren or barely arable soil. Getting a meager living from poor soil marked by poverty. Fascinating. I've learned a word. Merely a hardscrabble group of test pilots and harebrained prototypes. A little more. But don't they have the Type 0 and a unit that uses the Tesla drive? If I may, sir, is that not because you gave it to the Tesla Labs personally? Giving that thing to the Federation was hardly appropriate. For the sake of what's to come, a certain amount of equilibrium is necessary. I also desire a force capable of efficient ISA. A stork or killer whale couldn't fulfill that role. You've built some fine hard work. Is that the Valstork? Oh, no, obviously it's not. No, obviously it's not. I want W so badly to be in these games. What I require now is software to utilize this efficiently. I'd like to see it written from a place of adversity and hardship, if at all possible. After all, it takes adversity for people to truly grow. Does the commander intend to recruit enemy talent and give them a central role? Preposterous. Adler, find out that the Hiryu Customs destination and dispatch Elzum's squadron there. If anyone can do this, he can. Yes, sir. Consider it done. Hold on. Let's see if we get to it quick. At least the ball was effective and they stopped using it after the 1 year war. Yeah, no. Pringle, I'm coming around to your idea. I will think about this. You were following, okay, but Godnar picked my interest, and you haven't ended any of those. That's fair. You keep starting and stopping, Gardnar. I think you were ready, but it was so much even for you. Yeah. Hardscrabble is a real world. I've learned this now. Yeah. Thank you, 19th century United States. Yeah. Unfortunately, I am not the lexicon that I would love to be, knowing every single word ever. Right now, as a fan transcript creator for Robot Wars, he has translated multiple Robot Wars games, but only in writing. Yeah. Wrong game. Which one? Oh, for the Valstork. Yeah. You also want W. Yeah, no, we all want W in it so badly now. Also, the metal in his head is to keep his head together or something like that. How is it going to fall apart otherwise? Are there like openings? So far, Ragnall's done D, R, B, X, K, C3, and now Impact. Yeah. He gives a little bit of unit synopsis. I'm pretty sure in the R one he gives a little bit of a unit interpretation. Super Wars have a bunch of text translations. The translation of the story is not in game, but a separate website. Yes, yeah. They're like the ones I've read them on were on what is it called? Like Let's Play Archives or something. It's just like all text-based Let's Plays. And W didn't exist yet. Yeah, no. I realize. OG3 when that'll be real nice. Story and some important battle dialogues. Yeah. But yeah, no, there's definitely some unit analysis. At least the R1 had unit analysis. I didn't think it was for accurate, but we're not gonna worry about that too much. We need an OG so badly. No, totally. OG Final was the supposed name, but with Moondwellers tanking is kind of sad. Yeah, I suspect we probably won't be getting one, or it'll still be a while until then. Sadly, OG does not sell and nearly kills Aurora, so super unlikely. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Always was a passion project, totally. And with Pterodon, it doesn't look good. Yeah, no, absolutely not. Akarasu, no. Something awful, no. LP Archive, yes, Cam, you finally got there. It's LP Archive, yeah. You own Godnar, though I do think Akarasu links to it on those games. You own Godnar and need to watch more. People just know the clips from the show where the pilot getting in the robot's emergency hatch and she gets stuck a little bit because her butt is a little too big. Oh, okay, I do know the one. Yeah, Akarasu does usually listen to transcripts. Yeah. You can track the series downfall with him leaving, kinda, yeah. Captain, where's the XO? I've given him some time off. It's only going to get worse from here, so we need to rest while we can. Captain, it's a given that at any point in time, we are nothing short of a stellar commanding officer. However, when victory is essential and defeat is not an option, there's no point in carrying a sword if you cannot draw it when it matters most. For you to do that, you must keep your mind tranquil at all times. May I ask where you're going with this, Major? I beg your pardon, Captain, but you appear to be cowed by the prospect of war. I know I couldn't hide it from you, Major. You're right. I've been ready for this since the day I became captain of the Hiryu custom. But I just... Defeat the enemy that stands before you. Those who forget that on the battlefield face certain death. Major Zonger, how is it that you can be so strong? I'm not. Fleeing simply isn't an option that ever occurs to me. That's why I chafe at what we face now. Perhaps it makes me look strong in the eyes of others. But my strength is nothing compared to that of a commander and the base personnel that let us escape. Do you think your decision to flee was the correct one? If we hadn't, we'd be sharing the same fate as the base right now. Thank you, Major Zonger. Hearing that from you puts my mind at ease. As it stands now, the TFF has no chance of defeating the DC or the United Colony Corps. The way things are going, this will become a world war on a scale never seen before, and all of humanity will fight itself dry. We need something to break the deadlock. Yes, this calls for drastic measures. Hello, Llama. Welcome. Good to see you. Where else are we? It competes with Braveburn. Yeah. I have listened to the opening of Braveburn. The opening to Braveburn sounds like it copies a couple of different other songs that I was interested in. I think, I guess references them is probably not as, it's more flattering. You were just hoping a lot of people complain in Super Wars feedback questionnaire being listened to. Yeah, no, it would be nice. It'd be nice if it does. I'm not holding my breath. Like, there's zero way the games make enough for the licensing costs to some of the series it uses. Yeah. You'd be shocked why it was really well-received gameplay and story-wise. Yeah, no. I do suspect we're going to get another one like why people really liked it. Had a good nap? Glad to hear it. I'm glad you got some rest. You always hate the idea of, man, one guy left the studio, now series is ruined, as if the other people who worked on the series mean nothing. No, but, like, as much as they are shorthand for them doing the thing, they're also shorthand for the team not doing the thing. That, like, direction does help, and, like, he's probably leaving with all of them, too, you know? Or, like, those people are probably leaving with him, too. SRW would fall and would be so sad. Yeah, it would be pretty sad, but, like, there's other games to move on to, too. I will not be, yeah. It is, like, one of my favorite game series, but Everything has to come to an end at some point. I would like it to be a little bit more ta-da. Or maybe it never will. Maybe it never will in our lifetime. You certainly complained on the lack of transformable mechs, lacking terrain and structures. Yeah, good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, well, look at SRR and explain the decline in design and vision. Yeah. Yeah, like, I do think it's worthwhile to examine the, like, great man syndrome that we have towards, like, designing things. But, like, there's not direction that comes from those people if they're doing their job well, you know? You wholeheartedly expect Y is enough to give a good help. I do think so, but I think it gave so much help that people are going to want it to be more like Y because of how it was received. If the person is leading personnel, there is a point there. If the next person is implanted by the finance people, yeah. Like it does matter how much the direction. It does matter how much direction they had, and like we kind of know. We won't always, like we won't actually for sure know. We think we know, right? Why complained with DD means Super Robot Wars can live? Yeah. I have been doing okay now. OGs is very good. I really like this game. We've been talking most of stream though. I would like to get to playing it some more, but my water has been garbage if you saw my posts, and it's fixed now, so that's good. I'm glad I have water pressure and hot water. Yeah, I do also have not only do I have a big backlog, but I could probably play each of these games 20 times and still feel like I have a world of time to play with them, just because of how I play them. Yeah. You know, you've got no idea what this Manhattan Meteor Crater thing even is. Yeah, that's because it's still blocked off. Meaning you don't know crap about it either. Hey, I at least know enough to... Looks like it's time for a lesson from Miss Browning. Let's see, the Manhattan Meteor Crater. Long ago, like over a century, meteors fell on New York and Moscow. Meteor 1 and Meteor 2, right? Oh, looks like someone's an eager beaver trying to tempt your teacher. Oh, come on, we're not kindergartners, you know. The Meteor 1 and Meteor 2 crashes wiped out most of New York, Washington, D.C., and Moscow. And for whatever reason, people shied away from rebuilding there, so the areas are still sitting pretty much untouched today, right? Well, so much for my lesson. Then there's Meteor 3, the one that fell on Adonias Island a few years back. It's starting to sound like these meteors might be connected to each other. Now that's crazy. I mean, if the Irrigators sent Meteor 1 and 2, they had totally conquered Earth by now. Tusker's right. They've got better things to do than sit there spying on us for centuries. The Irrigators, Meteor 3, conquering the Earth. I get it now. I'm finally starting to see the bigger picture. Those bug-like machines we came into contact with were alien mobile weapons. That means Project ATX. No, all PTs and AMs have been developed to fight them. Our real enemy isn't the DC or the United Colony Corps. It's these aliens they're calling Irrigators. But it's not exactly easy to swallow. Something the matter, Kyosuke? No, nothing. Is that really what's going on, though? There's still a lot that's unclear. Well, ignoring Mr. Scowlyface over here, long story short, the Manhattan Meteor Crater is where what's left of the TFF's fleet are gathering, and we're expected to join them. At least, if we don't want Commander Greg and the others' wishes to go to waste. All that posturing doesn't mean a thing when you're dead. Let's go. The hell is it now? You're absolutely certain? Yes, ma'am. There's a large-scale battle going on at Manhattan Meteor Crater. Looks like someone beat us to it, but there's little we can do about that when our satellites are all outside control. XO, we'll be heading for the rendezvous point at maximum combat speed. Deploy all units. Of course, Captain. Will our tardy arrival be for the better or for the worse? Oh, howdy, Mello. Good to see you. Good God. Y'all are so talkative today. I love it, though. I'm sorry I can't keep up. By the way, why does the title say "Your Devil"? Angel is also spelled wrong. Yeah, I can be your angel or I can be your devil is like, at least maybe it's a bit too old now, but it is like a common internetism about this like want to be edgy for no reason. This like this extraneous edge, but it's like spelled wrong because the original spelling of it was just like silly and done badly. But in reference to Excellence Mech being like the Lucifer, you know. Okay. If y'all are still debating about the Tirana thing, I like would love to throw my 2 cents in, but like I don't know enough about the development to actually do justice here. So unfortunately, we have to bow this one out. You think Kyosuke is canonically just staring intensely off into the distance, scowling while everyone else is talking? Yeah, I do like the idea. I do like the idea that like everyone else is having a conversation, you're just like looking at a wall. Boss are HP sponges. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's either the boss does everything or nothing, which is both wrong. Yeah. I guess it is. It's definitely like peak MySpace, like very early Tumblr. This meme title reminds me of Change of Heart from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, no, exactly that, NR. Captain, we're the only ones still standing now. That's impossible. The TFF fleet has been wiped out. How can you say such a tiny handful of units did that to an entire fleet? Sorry, there's no surrender when your party's getting wiped. You want to blame someone. Blame the Federation. Clean them up, boys. Ugh. That is also really good art. I really do like the art. Kyosuke Eagle Vision, ultra focused on enemies. Yeah, no, I kind of like that. It's not just that he's staring at a wall. He can just see where all of the mechs are just through the wall. He knows where they are, so he's got like 1,000-yard stare where the next battle's going to be. That takes care of that. Now to wait for the Hiryu custom. Show yourself, Zonger Zombold. What on earth? The TFF fleet has been completely wiped out. We didn't make it in time. Assault 1 here. ATX team, move out. Bam. Change positions. Okay. I think that's probably good. Oh, great, Tenzin's back, yeah. The boys are here. The game was too good before, yeah. Oh, yes, the gamer and the Revenger. Oh, is he very... Oh, yeah, he is very revenge-based. Yeah. Two very meme characters. You also think about the Wreck and Ralph concept of characters being alive, but apply it to console game characters. Yeah, that they are just like sort of doing their own thing in the background when they're like not on screen. Man, Tempest and Tenzin, I don't think they're worse characters. Yeah. I swear we have good ones. Yeah, no. I mean, like, no, I for sure. You've been playing the Super Wars with some friends, and they can't get over the name Aggressors. It sounds kind of weird to them. It does sound a little weird. I will concede it does sound a little weird. Adler is worse than both. Interesting. Whoa, is that a thing? They just wipe fleets out? They must be extremely skilled. They were one step ahead of us. Your backup is gone now, and you'll soon join them beneath the waves. Major Tempest, do you have any idea what the senseless loss of Earth's military power will lead to? The TFF's too old to set in their ways to be of any use against the aliens we'll be fighting. This planet needs Commander Bean leading the DC if we want any hope of salvation. That said, if I could crush the Federation, that's good enough for me. You know, as long as I get to fight cool battles, what do I care? You're both after nothing but personal satisfaction. Man, you are badass. Sucks that you're an enemy. Zonger, I'm not going to take criticism from someone who's colluding with an organization as corrupt as the TFF. Oh, sorry, colluding. I was trying to read it as coddling at first, then I got stuck on the pronunciation. Who's colluding with an organization as corrupt as the TFF? You probably can't so much as glimpse Commander Bean and Commander Myers' grand vision. You talk like you've got all the answers, but that's troubling. Well, I guess the DC's got some bigger goals here. Assault 1 to all units. There won't be any reinforcements. We'll break our way out of here ourselves. Don't tell me twice. On it. Assault 3, roger. Octo 2, roger. This is a fool's errand, Zonger. The TFF's fleet of remnants was your last hope. You have no reinforcements coming. Do you still mean to fight? That is precisely why we fight. I should have expected that from you. Major Tempest, a cornered rat can devour the cat. You'd be wise not to forget that. We're still going to have to retreat to somewhere. The commander's probably looking for the right opportunity. Okay, cool. Oh, good shout. Did I shout well? The T-Boys are satisfactory to beat up. No, totally. Tempest is such a lame guy, absolutely. His first screen impression is trying to manipulate Bean and failing. Yeah. Tempest, less so because he is just so generic. Yeah. He's just like very like villain we need to fill in the space coded. Tenzin is a fun personality. He's fun to voice. He's fun to be annoying. Tempest belongs to the trash cans. We'll see later. Yeah, I buy it. Tempest's haircut is almost worse than the man himself. Yeah. Tempest is just yeah. We must be too mech-brained because the term seems normal to me. Now the term Mav from Cucks, I can't take seriously. Yeah, no, There's definitely some weird terminology in that I'm still getting used to. Me and my friend went crazy for 3 episodes trying to guess what it means. Oh, Mav. Yeah. Is it like Maverick? I don't think we know yet. I don't think I know yet. I don't think it's been shown. Very funny to hate Tenzin. Yeah, I know exactly right. Like he's a really good villain. Yeah. Jokes on us, it means nothing. Oh, okay, cool. Both retreat so early. Yeah. Yeah, that's really low into their HP pool. The points are made up and the rules don't matter, yeah. At least you have twins, so you do not need to worry about. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I'm gonna leave. Well, actually, I'm not gonna leave the screen up because we have a new screen now. But it's about 2 hours in, so let's all take a break. We will think about. This mission while we are on break, and we will jump back in with fresh minds. Zankanto takes 130 morale. So I guess we'll talk about the objectives so we can think generally what we're going to be doing. Destroy all enemies is our victory. Zanger or the Hiryu, if they go down, we lose. And then shoot down Tempest or Tenzin within 5 turns. We get to pick. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't know. We don't know what they're dropping. That would help make this decision, but that's fine. But let's turn on my new toy, and I will see everybody shortly. Be right back. Hello, I am returned. I'm glad you're all liking the horror screen. I'm so proud of it. I'm so pleased. Wait, Bellu, is that a horse? When has a horse been a bug? Am I missing something? Spherical? Where is the word spherical coming from? I'm thinking like a spherical. That's not it. You finished your G-Cux Dom model today? Incredible. Hey Llama, are you part of the Discord? Would you like to join the Discord? Do you want to throw it up in the Discord? That would be great. Also, if you want to. Also, be funny if the Haro would also spit out some Haro. Yeah, if I can like edit it now that it's been in place, we can like add a couple other words to it sometimes. Oh, it's from Soccer Wars. Got it. Melu Horse. Do I know the drops? Yeah, I think so. Non-spoilers, either boss is gonna drop something worth it. I figured. Discord. Oh yes, yeah. I guess I never actually announced it, right? I put it in a post today that I was missing. But there is a Discord now. If you'd like to go and join it, please join us. I would love to have you there. It does all of the things that you would expect a Discord to. But also, I'm bad at running a Discord, so like, if you have suggestions, please feel free to help. I would love to know. I've not actually like done anything yet. Oh, incredible camp. Thank you so much. I appreciate the post. Also, an OG 1 GBA, their retreat rate should be the same according to Dr. Rossi. Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know. Yes, join us. It's finally nice to have it like up and running. I'm sorry it took so long to get there, but it'd be good to be able to have a space we can talk afterwards. You decided to join for the watching club. We should probably figure out how to like maybe watch it on the Discord too. That might be a thing we should consider. I had not actually thought about that. We've been watching things separately, but like it would be good to actually probably just watch it with the Discord, right? Tempest should drop a booster and Tenzin should drop a Chongham armor. Okay. I feel like the movement's so much better. Yes, I did see that you called yourself I Like Funnels. I did see that. I did see that at IR. It's good. Yeah, no, Drumker, I'll think about that between tonight and tomorrow and then to Monday. We could easily hop in the server. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I do think Tempest sounds better. We'll need to find a more consistent way to watch things. The place I was watching them also got shut down with the recent like grab from Crunchyroll. But the other trouble is that I do tend to watch them at 4 in the morning. That's the only time I can find to watch them. Maybe if I plan it a little bit better. I'll think about it, I'll think about it. Okay, we have, it's until turn, we've got 5 turns to do this, so we should be, I think we're gonna be okay. I think we're just gonna go back on the battleship just to like get us like moving, Yeah, movement's always at a premium, yeah. You have places, good to know. I would love to know them because my places don't exist anymore. And they were of also equally varying smiles. Japanese time. I am kind of on Japanese time, yeah. Rip Anime Kai data servers. Yup, it's the worst. Yeah, no, that Anime Kai was where I was watching them, and yeah, they got taken down too. 4 in the morning, that's like 12, right? But it's 4 a.m. Eastern, whatever 4 a.m. EST is. Anime Kai, you still were my Dragonar place. Do not die. Nope, sorry, Drumker. It is all gone. You throw the after stream. Perfect, incredible. Thank you so much. You say that like you already don't know what sleep is on the regular. I mean, fair, Gundam. I like regularly get 4 hours of sleep. I got 2.5 this morning because I got woken up at 9 o'clock when they said they were going to come afternoon. Okay, so the Grungus can actually like do something this turn, so surely it should do that. It's just a matter of which one it's going to attack. I do kind of like just having it forward more for this. But we are like just slightly off with the. I don't think spending a bullseye on the plane is worth it, though. Thank God the .cc version of the website still works. Oh, does it? Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, I would not be surprised if it goes down in another couple of days now. The pages also appear on waves. Yeah. And, like, another one will rise to take its place probably pretty quick. Because Anime Kai pivoted over from a couple other things like day 1 or 2. This is a different circumstance, though. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, no, this is my right. Because we can excel with Ghost Guy. I knew that was the intention. And then we can, like, revolver stake this one, even. This background looks awesome. Yo, yes, yeah. The art of this just keeps hitting, just keeps going. You're bad. It's 6, not 8 hours. Yeah. Okay. I will try to remember that. The powerful combination of being ADHD and just being a natural night owl. Yeah, I feel that. I don't know if I have ADHD. I've not been diagnosed for it, certainly. I'm not sure I do. But I do just like to keep going. Once I get there, I just sort of lock in. I think this is fine. I see we've got no context where we, like, should or shouldn't kill, especially seeing as, like, we don't have any of them getting to objective points. It's just, like, smash stuff down. Down. The Discord is swelling. Incredible. Love it. Had to pause your IBO watch when they started burning the servers. Yeah. Yeah, I know. We were in the middle of 0079, and we had to pause it. Yeah, Revolver Stake feels very good. I really like Revolver Stake a lot. God, it took a little. You had to put it manually. I'm so sorry, Mama. Oh, gracious. Glad you got it. Parsi seems to be like Hydra. They will regrow. Yeah. You're night owl at ADHD, so always up. Yeah. No, it's certainly a combination. If buying isn't owning, piracy isn't stealing, is the phrase I'm going to keep repeating for a while. I will also focus on the Excellent. She is so close to maxed out dodge. Did you buy skills? Could you afford something? I did not check skills. No, I forgot to check skills this time, but we were so far away last time that we're waiting for, like, the 60-80, and we were, like, not even close to that, so no. Yeah, I like these. I kind of like these. They're fun grunts. Revolving Stake is amazing. Too bad it's not wooden, so it's not effective against vampires. Yeah, that's very good. We can't port it over into Fantasy Baby Wars to go attack Vermilia. Your brain is like, we were playing video games, then it goes, but what of the fan fiction? Oh man, I wish my brain did that. My brain goes, but what about all of the other jobs you could be doing? You haven't done all of your chores yet? There's theoretically work that could be done. There's theoretically work that could be done in the house. Why aren't you doing that also? With vampires, the stake needs to be wooden. Dromker, that is theoretically the lore. That it's supposed to be a wooden stake in particular. Yeah, but there's lots of different vampires. Vampires are perhaps the most ubiquitous, like, across cultures, different mythologies, or if not the one of them. If not, like, maybe zombie is more. Maybe zombie has more varieties. To go back to that conversation between vampires and zombies again, which always seems to show up here. To my knowledge, part of it comes from old werewolf stories, because werewolves and vampires are always, like, sort of are intimately linked too. But one of the ways you could get someone to transform back from being a werewolf was to get them to hop over and then slide under a log in the woods. So I think that's maybe a little bit where the stake is coming from here, that there's, like, a one to connect a transformation or, like, a demonstrification to nature. Vampires and zombies suffer from overexposure. Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of, but like, there's also a lot of really good vampire and zombie stories that sort of get lost in the shuffle to the amount, like, just the, like, the absurd density of them. vampires have always been the stuff of like the other in stories. So it's not surprising that they are so ubiquitous. Let's not waste the energy tanker on this. There's better things we can do with it, I think. Or depending on the version of actual having to invite them in. Yeah. That is one of the more common elements, but not the only thing. That definitely comes from them being kind of fairy-like originally, and needing to invite anything that is supernatural in your house. You prefer your mecha vampires? I am not one of the ones who knows and would like to. Defend. Turn that off. Zombies are very universal concept, just a reanimated corpse. NR, you would be surprised how many differences there are. There are a lot of times where zombies are, in fact, not that. Where they are people who are possessed, or they are, like, dead of mind but still living of body and heart. There are the ways in which they are reanimated does something different to them. There's some that have, like, always existed as zombies that have never been alive, but they were born a corpse. Like, there's lots of options. You really love a good werewolf story? I've not really engaged in a lot of werewolf stories in a while. Yeah. Mecha vampires like Vanbred, is that it? Oh, Valvrave. You're right, I forgot about Valvrave. I loved Valvrave. Valvrave was so good. Does Valvrave get to be in any of these games? I would eat it up if Valvrave is in one of these games. I would be so sick. I'd be so happy. Sunrise's idea of combining vampires and mecha anime. Yeah, no, it was so good. I totally forgot about that show. You know, data vampires, but not mecha vampires. Yeah. Zombies, apparently voodoo slaves originally. There is a version of a zombie that was originally related to voodoo. That was one of the ghouls. The ghoul also coming from India, potentially. Or not potentially. Like, there is also a version of the ghoul that is Indian. You posted the model? Incredible. I can't wait to go look at it, Llama. From one of the minds that brought you Cookie-Ass? Yeah. It was not as popular. Yeah, no, it totally was not. I feel like, okay, tell me, does that fall in the category of good or bad ending? Because I felt very disappointed by that ending. There was a couple of things that I feel like we were promised that we did not get to do. Like, like, the way in which the Valvrave powered itself up was promised we were going to see something like that at the end, and we did not get to see, I think. But it's still about, corpse walking. Sure, yeah. Kogias was definitely a little vampire code. No, Valvrave is on a lot of people's list to be added. I for good reason. If it ever does, it'll be in DD. That's fair, yeah. I guess C2. She does. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think V2 kind of does a little bit. V2 is kind of more like the more patronly one, where C2 is a little bit more like the like out on the town. When is Shark Month on Sci-Fi Channel? Ghost Shark, Prehistoric Shark, Three-Headed Shark, Five-Headed Shark, Mega Shark, Sharktopus, Sharknado, Mega Shark versus Colossus. You can't believe all the movies are real? Yeah. No, there's so many. I love Sharknado so much. Sharknado's so fun. It's so doofy. Disappointing ending for sure. Okay. Just because we were talking about it before, I figured it was worth bringing up. You're convinced that the plan was for more episodes or an OVA movie? Yeah, totally. 100%. It definitely feels like a project that was like sort of just dropped in the middle of things. This is a reminder out loud. If I forget to do it, please everyone in chat shout at me. Next time we get to intermission, we need to give Excellent more energy. Shark Mechas where? In Transformers Beast Wars. Kogias has a vampire larper. Are you talking about now? Eureka 7 was depressing now that you're talking about disappointing endings. Really? I like Eureka 7. I like the ending for both the anime and the manga. Yeah, definitely not Blue. Absolutely not Blue, but I mean it like the franchise as a whole. You meant I mean like the tone of the show there's definitely a tone to that show, but sure, easy. Excellent mostly uses Abo, doesn't she? She does, but one of her big attacks does use energy. I don't want to boost it a lot. I don't think we need to max it, but I do want to give some points to it. I want to give some consideration to how much we have. It uses 15. I think putting her energy to 150, so we have 10 bursts of it without like needing to wait, is probably what I want. Especially if it's cheap enough, right? A little. Beast Wars, yeah. I grew up watching so much Beast Wars. That's where most of my Transformers come from. Buddy Complex was fun in X, even though they were mid. I know nothing about Buddy. See, yeah, this weapon. The Ox Tongue Launcher E. I don't think we need a lot of juice in this, but I would like a couple of more points of energy in it. Just because it is the longest range thing, you know. Axel is using Bullet for fun, yeah. No Code Geass has Britannia that liked killing a lot of things. That is a vampire stick and a harem. Oh, okay. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, no, I remember him at the end. He's one of the knights, isn't he? He's one of the knights. You watched the entirety of Beast Wars and got through most of Beast Machines twice. It's one of the few things you claim to be a true fan of. Yeah, I wonder how much I would still love it going back to it, because like that was like I was obsessed as a kid. What's the difference between a fan and a true fan to you, Llama? Excellent uses more energy than the Tyson. That's also true. Yeah. She also has a barrier too that's going to drain energy. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think we have to maximize it. Just like I want to put some points in that. You like Buddy Complex, but the characters are really archetypical. Then yeah, I hear that. Not necessarily a bad thing though. Like sometimes you like want things to fall by archetype, right? This theoretically kills because of how it's set up, so let's do that. That reminds me, you need to watch more Code Geass episode audio commentaries. I'm surprised people don't upload them online. Yeah, no, it's very surprising. Gundam, were you around when I gave my like whole big thing about Code Geass? I know it was kind of brief. That was like kind of. We did it for one episode. That was like kind of the beginnings of book club, wasn't it? But a complex felt different for a mecha. I don't know a lot of time travel mechas. Plus, has a nice ending. Yeah, like the closest thing I can think of is like Steins Gate, but like, that's not the same thing at all. It's just sci-fi that's time travel, but yeah. They have crappy jets just for us to shoot down. Yeah, just to like boost our morale. You heard Britannia, and for a second, my CRPG brain activated like a sleep ration. It's okay, yeah. Totally fine. Beast Machine suffers also from the rise of CGI, probably. Oh yeah, isn't the CGI really rough? The jets having evasion barely matters, though. Having actually watched the show in question mostly. Okay. I feel like that seems like a baseline to interpret a thing. Like, how can you say you like it if you're not participating in it? Altaisen and Weiss Ritter both have beam coding. Oh, yeah, Sure, but where the Altaisen has the beam coding, it doesn't really use energy for any of its other attacks. Where, yeah, they both have beam coding, but the Weiss Ritter has an energy weapon that she also wants to use at the top. Evasion is beam against the player in a world with bullseye. Yeah. Anti-beam's excellent in Altaisen. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, it's not a beam coding, it's an anti-beam, right? Oh no, that is a beam coding. Doesn't one of them have something different? Isn't there a different name for one of those? Maybe it's in the other game. Maybe they just translated weird the GBA one. Code Geass was in fact the first. It was indeed the first unofficial book club. Yeah, totally. You would watch it. We would regularly talk about it. Yeah, it was basically that. We talked about it more than we talked about some of the book clubs we have had. Well, if you need to spend it for mooks, I am annoyed. That's fair, but it's like a good use. Got shot down in one hit by the Altaisen's gun. Yeah, no, it's because Kyosuke already has so much morale. Man, I wish the person that was translating the PS2 Code Geass visual novel didn't get burned out. The visual novel actually did more with the Britannia Knights of the round that didn't make it into the show. That's so good because they're so unexplored. You know, the mech who sucks at shooting, yeah. You can tell they're real generics if they tie to that. Some people like the aesthetic of the show, or LARP as fans. You never got it. Yeah. I'd be surprised. Why would I be surprised, Llama? It feels like a very new Zoomer thing. Yeah, no, it's true. People, that does feel like to come back to a conversation, Cam, that we had very long ago, the like anime tourism thing, right? Like you see these characters that you like online through TikTok, and you're like, I don't know, I just like the design. Like that's good enough. That's good enough of an answer. Cookie S has a lot of side material. The Alice in Neverland is the most bizarre. I really want to read that. I love Alice in Wonderland stuff so much. You love that Kyosuke can complain about that he's not good at shooting. Yeah. Remember someone cosplaying Machina without knowing about her was a fun internet moment. Yeah, that's definitely a choice. Oh yeah, the Centaur mech from the Knights and Magic was really cool design, especially with 2 pilots. That makes sense to me that it has 2 pilots. I kind of love that. I haven't seen that. I would like to. I mean, I might use my AI translation thing with it being PS2, which would work since it works well with C. No AI. No, I'm so upset. I'm so disappointed in you. AI is so bad. Kyosuke says, if you are bad at shooting, pierce it with a gun. Yeah. Bro, you learned today, Zoomers watch anime at 2 times speed. We are actually cooked. I can easily be convinced Zoomers will end the human race. That's fair. They can't read and can't sit down for 20 minutes to watch some Japanese animation. I mean, I get it. There's definitely things that I watch at 2 times speed. Okay, here, hold on. I think the more important part is if they can't watch anything else at not 2 times speed. There's definitely some stuff to like speed through. Like, tell me, would you rather skip a filler episode or watch it at 2 times speed? Why would you watch it 2 times? No, not the 2 times thing again. No. Yeah. Well, AI is better than nothing? No, absolutely not. Letting AI in is a problem. You'll never join with the zealot hate of AI, especially in the era where so many things aren't getting translated. But it's not about just the one for translation. It's about how destructive they are to the environment and how much it gives them fuel to do things like also like that like perpetuates them being like the phone calls being bad, like filling everything else with junk information. Skip it 2 times is just as pointless. I suppose. AI isn't going anywhere. It's already in. I know it. I hate it every day. AI is a tool that will see usage no matter what you do. I mean, I will die on this hill. If I am the only person who's holding it up, I will do my best to throw it into the ocean. AI is like the devil. You need to excise it before it takes root. Yeah. I have a friend who I'm teaching English and sending him reels to practice, and he doesn't notice that he wasn't understanding English watching them 2 times speed. Gracious. I see the next Civil War. I mean, kinda. It feels like it. I suspect part of this is also just like the country that we're living in. Man, this must be how people feel about factories and calculators. Okay, yeah, that is always the comparison that is being made, that like everyone hates like the next piece of technology, and I don't think the comparison is the same. I think that the nature of the type of technology it is so vastly different than all those other times. I am in love. There's a really famous picture of spiders that have light bulbs for butts that are like tying people up in the cords that are going through cities to try and like light things with electricity. You do hate what it does to people's brains. AI is really bad for development. People get so dependent on it, they only ask it that, yeah. Don't use this new good advanced technology, said humanity forever. But like that's not the reason though. Watching it 2 times means you don't get the atmosphere of a scene. Like, you know, you shouldn't speed up a horror scene since you know the dread has to build it. Yeah, right. And like the music of it, is necessary to like get the pacing too. There is nuance, but there is a difference to calculator smartphones. But there is a difference to calculators, smartphones not so much. What do you mean? Also, you call it zealotry for a reason. What? Because it is like, there is so much more nuance to it there. It's just like we don't have time to unpack it. Anti-AI people are just as zealot as religious people to me. I've seen the signs. No, it's not that at all. That's such hyperbole. You make the argument that smartphones were as damaging as AI is projected to be, I think. No, totally not. No, it's not about feeling bad about using the tool. Like that's super not the point. It is the way in which it crunches down information that it does not have permission to use. It is like slavishly taking any information and not actually using it in a way that says it's being used. It like replaces the replaces a mechanical one to have an understanding of where things come from, and we trust that it's doing its job when we know that it doesn't. And it's also just annihilating the environment. It's so expensive on the environment to keep using. But I've been sitting on this screen because I wanted to point out that the Altice has no energy weapons. This was the point I was making. It has no energy weapons, and it has the beam ability. Where the Weiss Ritter has both the beam code and it has an energy-based weapon, was the only point I was making. And people who talk with AI and get schizo with their constant, the delirium that people have towards like believing in the believing in the people they are talking to that are like AI generated is definitely terrifying. You'll not blame you for using AI, but you're not happy about use in corporate level. Yeah. Anti-AI people have firebomb places. Yeah, I mean, like, the nature of rebellion is it's going to also look like a thing that looks bad. The biggest problem with AI, that all AI tools are illegal if you actually think if they were data is from, but yeah, it's bad for the environment. Right, yeah, it's both of those things. Like, especially when it comes to art, all of that art is stolen. All of that art is intentionally designed to, like, deny the people who made the art the ability to get credit for their work. Like, all of that data is stolen from somewhere. But in a way that denies the people who made it from having, getting credit for it. Maybe 100 energy is small. Reserve, yeah, no, it's really small. That's why I want to pump it up a little bit. Extremism is part of any ideology because there are people taking extremes about anything nowadays. I mean, just, like, not nowadays. Like, there is always extremity to everything. It just feels weird to tell people, hey, you should not use new technology and handicap yourself, especially on a global scale. Just lose to China. But I think the point being, though, that using AI is much more of a handicap than not using it. It is not actually that much of a benefit. You are usually actively making things worse. I put it to you that there has never been a time where I have read something outside of any bias you might suggest I have for disliking AI. There is never a time where I've read anything that was written by AI that I would be happy presenting that as a thing that I had made. You could say, oh, it's gonna like save you time because you can just like go, you could then go like write and edit it, but then like I'm just rewriting it from scratch because it's so bad. So like it's not actually helping at all. Like that's not done anything. Lose to China? Lose what to China? I don't care about China. I mean, okay, the competing with China is a very difficult conversation because there's a lot that's wrapped up into it. But I do believe that the smartphones increase the interconnectivity to unhealthy, which I believe has done so much damage to people. Like, people cannot fathom building without modern tools. I mean, okay, we definitely did harm to people. Unequivocally, harm has been done because of like smartphones, but I don't it's certainly not it's not on the same comparable level as like the use of AI. It is nowhere near the level of like willful surrender to competence. I put it to you, at what point is there, like, I have never seen an instance where the AI, like, example that is, like, supposed to be helpful has not required me to put more work in to make it useful than just starting from scratch. That reminds me how, screw you, China, please give me more of your myths in history. You, like, an informational black hole, Three Kingdom supremacy. Yeah, there is... Romance of the Three Kingdoms has, like, definitely annihilated people's ability to, like, write stories about China. It's definitely a real problem. China's totalitarian, which is bad. I mean, yes, correct. As apropos of what? Really, phones have caused more suicides than AI already. I mean, sure, but phones have been around for a lot longer by comparison. AI is undermining a lot of long-term work. There are a lot more long-term things that are being supplanted because of AI's use that we are not going to see the immediate, like, effects of though we kind of are. Like, there's a lot of people, like, people have asked AI for, like, emotional help or, like, mental health help, and it has encouraged people to commit suicide. Like, I don't think that's actually necessarily true. Proportional to the amount of time AI has been around, like, AI has encouraged people to take their own lives because it just, like, doesn't have, like, a human care to it. There are a number of, like, human interest stories about this you can read about too. Like, please don't just quote me on this. Like, go check. But those are basically doomed a whole gen. Look at male loneliness and all those stats. Phones, technology definitely didn't help that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Like I don't think smartphones are, like, innocent in the, like, plight of humanity by any stretch of the imagination. But AI is willfully giving over your creativity agency to non-sapient machines that will often hallucinate things anyway. Yeah, right. Like AI just isn't a tool. Like, phones are a tool. AI is not helping you do anything. You actively have to fight it to, like, make it do anything. You keep saying to people talking with AI is really scary. Yeah. About Akashic records and esoteric things to the point that companies are trying to tone down the topics in their systems. Yeah, there's a lot of there are a lot of, like, conversation blocks because there's a lot of, like, really, really worrying conversations that people can have. Like, you can, like, have them role play with you about, like, building a bomb, or again, like about, like, mental health, and, like, them talking you into suicide is really scary. You disagree on that? The way we are removing better analog solutions for doing it through smartphones. The way we are removing better. Wait, which part? This is hold on. We gotta pause all of this because this is, like, not helpful. We're, like, so lost in where each other's sentences are because we're responding through chat. Like, this is why this platform never really works for having these conversations. Technology have easily harmed and furthered that. Yes, yeah, well, yeah, like, Llama, Cam, I think you are both right. Male loneliness is a culture problem, but technology has definitely harmed it. There's also a number of layoffs linked to CEOs. I mean, yes, there's a lot of job layoffs that are happening very rapidly because of it. Male loneliness is more of a culture problem, right? But like, this is why these conversations are, like, kind of unhelpful, because we're, like, talking about different things. We're not arguing about whether or not it's a problem or not, or whether or not there's a cause of the problem. It is whether or not it is influencing the problem or not, and it certainly is influencing the problem. Like, that's not the thing that that's not the thing that I'm trying to debate. The male loneliness epidemic is a side effect of deliberate efforts by the establishment to isolate male individuals for their own purposes. Yeah, like, keeping a gender war going through isolation and through division is, like, definitely a means of control, which smartphones and, like, any kind of technology has definitely, like, helped to do. I do think the idea that simply because we have, like, already opened Pandora's box, to use your language, there's no reason to not keep going is, like, perhaps a bad take. There's, like, way too much. I think there's, like, way too much harm that can keep being done. But like I said, the conversation is, like, so hard to have because we're, like, not talking, like, any one of us is not, like, talking face to face, you know. The conversation feels really ranty for the platform. Yeah, no, that's definitely how these streams go. But yeah, no, this is definitely how it works. I'm glad you're here for it. We do have an armor down, Tricky, but I am just, like, deeply worried about hitting him at all. I'm really worried about hitting him at all and pushing him over the frontal because we haven't done the path yet. But we have multiple turns, so we can still do that next. We can still set that up for next turn once we, like, do some counts. No words for you, Zanger. The Federation fleet was your last hope. They're gone now. You have nothing left. I have no need for words as long as my enemy stands before me. Yeah, no, it's a really good use of the Grandcast. It's a really dense conversation to have this way. Yeah, exactly, Drumker. That's why, like, I think we are just making it worse by continuing any of this. I think it's just, like, causing more misunderstanding that's actually, like, promoting conversation. And then we just want to defend here. There's no reason to put damage on him at all. We don't need to watch this. And then this is just free morale for whoever we wanted to. Sure. Great. Okay. Okay. This should be turn... Is this turn 3 or 4? This is turn 3. We got so much time. These are very difficult conversations, so we should drop it and move it to Discord. I mean, maybe. I like can't commit to that much time having these conversations. This is like a thing that is like multiple days or like months long conversation to like really hone down very nuanced part, like very hone down like very nuanced elements of this. I'm not opposed to it, but that's not at all what he said. Well, that poor Discord. Yeah. Yeah, like, I will definitely keep having these conversations. Like, I do think it matters a lot to me. And, like, I wish I think because, like, I'm also trying to think about this game, I, like, can't wrap my head around wholly, like, trying to get the explanations together, but... Should we have an arguments channel? Cam, I think that is just infighting. I think that is infighting problem. Segregate it from Chen. Yeah. I think that is infighting problem, though. Okay, how do we want to do this? If we do have it, it definitely has to be its own channel, for sure. Okay. We can daunt the Garlean. Yeah, we're probably going to have another... So far, we've always had other halves to these missions. Or not so... Okay. We've had other halves to these missions. Let's assume that we're not done here yet, but I think we still want to do this. We can join here. We can also use Zanger's Dread if we need to. That is dropping Kyosuke to an unusable amount of SP, which we probably don't actually need to do. We are a little shy. We're a little shy on morale, aren't we? Okay. Does anybody have Spirit? I don't think anyone does. No one does. That's a shame. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at this. Well, who said what? Yeah. Okay. I might be, but I feel like these streams often have conversation arguments, but you're probably right. Having a channel for it would be a horrible idea. Yeah, at the very least, it feels like... At the very least, it feels like it's like somewhat more controllable while we're at the balls on stream, you know? The ads only work if you are a mod. Are you getting ads? Oh, ads. Got it. Yeah. The ads only work if you're a mod. I don't think so, because NR's not a mod, and his ad highlights me. I think I have it set up just to highlight the streamer right now. Imagine that we do in general, and a new person comes in and thinks, what did I walk into? Yeah. This mission has been way too short so far. So yeah, exactly. That's why I'm thinking there's more to it. This map is rough on having the right morale. Yeah. And the story dialogue said Elzum is coming, so I suppose that will happen. Right, but like, that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be this map. Like, we've played maps before where we ended and then the next map was like 5 minutes from now. Like, it's quite possible it's a separate map, right? Zanger for president, my new political position, can't argue against the Sun Kanto. Yeah. Okay, yeah. The sword that cleaves evil, the sword that spanks evil, not that one. I think his boyfriend needs to show up first for that. Not on this game, that was W, to be fair. Oh yes, yeah. I mean, or like other games, like why did that too? Complete Box has done that too. Like the possibility is there. I can't take for granted just because we're told that a boss is showing up soon. That's going to be the next map, you know. Oh, fun mech game. Walks into discourse pit and dies to political discussion spikes. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we have, hold on. Let's do, I'm gonna do the reverse first. They leave at 60%. So if we get them down to 4,200 or less HP, they leave. So Zonger is, I'm going to use my own math for this and not the math that they say because I don't think it's right, is 125 plus 136 divided by 200 times 2,200 is 2,871. We have an A in the air, so that is not getting modified by anything. That is getting subtracted from 104 plus 147 divided by 200 is 1.255 times 1,500 armor. He's got an A in the air, so we're safe there. But he does have a 5% defense bonus from being on the terrain that he is, shown here. So times 1.05. Then the math is coming up. Even if we did that amount of damage, that would already be not enough to hit, like to get him over, let alone with his armor. So I think we are safe. The view count does drop off a cliff. The view count is so high. This is the highest it's ever been. What do you mean? My view count is 11 right now. I've never had this many viewers. The great filter. You either engage or block it out. That's your only options. Yeah. Pretty sure most save and just attack and reload. That's lame. That's lame, Tricky. I want to know. I want to understand why. Right? It was really political for a bit. Oh no, yeah, that was pretty light. That was pretty light for us. He attacked Zonger last turn, so I think we're just safe to assume he's going to attack Zonger next turn too. Yeah, no, I refuse. Oh, we are one step too far away. That's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. The only mystery of W and the OGs ones. Okay, yeah. No, I love me some numbers. This should be good. Yeah, you never have to fully engage. You're welcome to just like sort of sit around and see what's going on. Wait, A plus S is S, but A plus B is B? Yeah, I don't understand the weighting of that. That's like one of the reasons why I want to do the math on it. I think the weighting is weird. I think there might be some preference given. I think there's preference given to the math. Right? I think there is preference given. Yeah, I think there's preference given to the mech, but I could be wrong. It was 12. We're glad we're holding steady. Yeah. No, our numbers are high once we get engaged with political conversation. Hey, sometimes watching a fire is fun, totally, and I love to burn. You love watching train wrecks? Wow, thanks. I see how you really feel. You don't know how much math I had to do for the YLTC for Suletta to reach her right damage benchmarks. I know, that's why I want to do it so badly. I'm so pumped. I'm so excited. LTC is low turn clear, drunker. Trying to get the lowest possible turn count. No, there is no mech preference compared to space to Earth. Oh, yeah. No, that's true. Maybe it prioritizes higher up the bend. Okay, Tricky, what is this map that you've given me? How about crunching some taco chips? I do have some. It's true. That's for after stream. Tricky, what math have you just hit me with? Also, why are you rounding 4,873 to 4,900? Typically, it doesn't round like that. We still should have the armor down. Yeah, we do still have the armor down. Okay. Oh, okay. It was Suletta's weapon. Okay, I thought it was math here. Yeah. Select weapon power to deal 5760 display damage. Yeah. Because I don't know what numbers you were looking at. I can't confirm. I guess if you did it, you saw it. But most of the equations are usually wrong how they math things out. Because you can't have 4873 weapon power, only... Oh, I see what you... Oh, okay. Sorry. I understand what you're doing now. What you were trying to solve for is seeing how much weapon power you need to hit that damage value. So, yeah, I got you. No, the math is not confusing. The explanation of what we were trying to search for is, this is why your units matter. Now knowing that we were searching for a power value for a weapon to be built in, I get it now. Okay, so I think... Okay, we are looking at... Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, you had to do the downturn reverse. Yeah, that makes sense. The armor down is already being shown here. This was 1500 last time, so the armor value is already being taken account on the stats screen. Does it make 49 in calcs, or does it just show the wrong number? No, the 49... Tricky was trying to look for how much he needed to put points into his weapon damage to be able to get 5,760 damage out of the formula. So you can't buy a weapon up to 4873. It can either be 4850 or 4900. So to get it to the point where 4873 would yield the results of 5760 or more, you would need to go to 4900. Okay, this is 750. I guess saying it that direction tricky also makes it a lot clearer. So this is 106 plus 147 divided by 200 times 750 is 948 armor. Sorry, team. I'm just gonna throw this in chat quick because it's gonna be easier. No, that's totally fair. No. I'm glad you asked that, R. It's better to ask and to find things out. Oh, but he does have an S in the air. So it's actually not this. This is not correct. It is 948. It is 948 times 1.1. It's like the combination of an ice Tavalis and a jet plane. Yeah, kinda. Yeah. You love the stream, but you'll leave in a bit to get supplies. You don't have auto supplier or regain spirit. Yeah, no, that's totally fair. Yeah, no, thank you for sticking around. I appreciate you being here, but please feel free to leave and come whenever you'd like. Does S-Air boost armor? Yes. It modifies everything you do in that terrain by that percentage. Better to ask than die stupid? Yes, absolutely. Always. Like, even that is shown in the Akarasu calculations. I guess I should also just be using our worksheet to make this a little bit faster. We can fudge the numbers afterwards. This is 106. This is 147 defense. This is the terrain adjustment is... I just don't remember how I have it marked out. This is 1 point... I think... Okay, never mind. I think I do know how I have it marked out. I was forgetting which text it was. Oh. I know this is making it take longer, but this is making me happy, so we're gonna do it. 106 and 147 and 1.1 and 750 armor. And this is a terrain bonus of 5. Then we are making this attack as... I guess, hold on. Let's grab our boy first. Okay, so that's going... It's going down a diagonal, so we can move here, wait. Oh, you can't disband after you move. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Thank you, Edar. I appreciate you giving me the blessing. I forgot we can't switch out. Yeah. Okay. This is fine. We can just do it next turn. This is fine. We have until turn 5. Okay. Counter. You here. Yes. Key Matthew, we would not dare to shame you. Thank you. That armor down does not stack. Learning the Twin Falls of the Pit system. I got to at some point, otherwise I'm not going to figure out how to use it well. Okay. You disband. You get picked up. Okay. Yeah, okay. We are at 108 morale. We still have 147 defense. We still have the other ratings the same. And I guess this will also be a good test to see how close the calculations already are. What's Gundam's question? That reminds me, Kim, explain the existence of Sparkies and Sparkles. That feels like that should be a really easy question. Armor down should have worn off by the start of enemy phase. I guess that's also true too. You raise a good point. There's 2 reasons why it's not there. Okay, we are attacking with 137 morale, and we would like to hit him with the Zankanto. Yes. Okay, so that's using melee damage. We also do need to bullseye. That is 153 power. Our weapon is S in the air. Incredible. And we're doing 5,800 power. Let's disband for a second, because I want to see what our pair-up bonus is. There's also a 5% final damage value that we're going to get to use. You don't know anything about Honkai, so it's really esoteric to me. Same, Brumker. See you later. I hope resupplying goes well for you. That kitty is very cute. By the way, does Kyosuke need to be in front for extra cash? You raise a good point, NR. Thank you. No, Austin's question meant to mess with Cam. It's one of those they exist and don't exist. Okay, got it. Sorry. I was trying to be... Now I was the one trying to be too serious. My mistake. Okay, so it looks like with just the Zankanto, we are putting out enough damage to kill because it has armor down. We're gonna revolver stake here. So let's just check the revolver stake at the same time. 3,700. This is just 1. We don't have an S on the ground. We do, though, have 151 melee and 150 will. This is going to do 47-43. So, barring this critting, if this crits, if Kyosuke crits, he kills on his own. But if he does not crit, he does not kill. We definitely need Zonger in here. Okay. I am also tempted to put Excellent next to them so that we have the boost in accuracy, but I also might just choose to not care because we already pretty sure the Zankanto kills. Oh, but the Zankanto is losing damage. It's taking less damage because it's not the main attack. You're happy you like me raising, but you do not know the answer if it's enough to be a sub for extra cash. Yeah. No, I think so. Because, like, Yeah, no, I think this is fine. We just need to give ourselves some more accuracy with something else. So maybe we will move excellent in. Yeah. Yeah, I think this should be good. Let's find out. Okay. Sparkle is a character in Honkai Star Rail who uses many faces personalities. Also, her backstory may be fake. She is a masked fool whose only thing is deception, role-playing, and becoming whoever is entertaining. Sparksy is a streamer YouTube personality that Sparkle made on Planarpedia. Imaginea are beings created or sustained by belief, attention, and collective imagination. Okay. I see why this conversation was questionable. Sun Kondo should lose like 30%. Yes, yeah. Yeah, that's why I said it does get dropped by being a sub-weapon. But it was doing almost 9,000 already, so as long as it hits for something, we'll be fine. But okay, so the formula is... Oh, we crit that, never mind. We crit, the formula is perfect. I was 2 points of damage off with this. I mean, the crit showing up so late is so frustrating. Yeah, and I don't know what the I don't know what Zonger's damage value is now. Hold on, let's see if we can go back to that. Yeah, so he should have done 86, or no, he should have done 10,762, but he did like 6,000 divided by like 6,000-ish. Or no, wrong direction. That was stupid. 6,000 divided by 10,762. Yeah, I think they're approximately doing 60% damage. Check focused, whatever skill for more information. Okay, I'll look the skills in a second once we got the story. You were looking up the "I'm so hungry, how hungry" meme, and one of the auto results was "I'm so hungry, I could eat Arby's," and I was just like, damn, you didn't have to do them like that. So close to a cursed number, very close to a cursed number. They actually managed to beat me. I have no choice. Ejecting. Incredible. And we got a bullseye on him. That's so good. Getting bullseye on Kyosuke is so good. We've been so goofed up with a lot of our accuracies. Bless. What just happened? Oh, come on. How sloppy can you get? And he used to be an aggressor? Then again, if that old guy's out to fight, my KD ratio is going to be looking sick by the end of this. What the heck? A triple A class command code? Holy crap, a direct order from the commander. And he wants us to pull out? Fine, if I disobey the commander, old man Adler will yammer my ear off. I'm out of here, you custom. Consider yourselves lucky. I can't do that voice for too long. The enemy units have retreated. Why would they do that? It seems they decided to let us go, but that's likely just wishful thinking on my part. There we go. Ugh, they had ambush waiting? This doesn't make any sense. Why did the last enemy squadron have to retreat? A sacrifice bunt from a pitch hitter, maybe. What were they sacrificing? Us? Is that some sort of trap? Or maybe. That must be the Hiryu custom, along with Zunger Zombold's personal squadron, the ATX team. That black color scheme. That crest. It's been a long time, my friend. Elzum v. Bronstein. I knew it was you. Those who once fought together as aggressors now face each other as enemies. Fate works in such ironic ways, doesn't it? Indeed, Colonel Kar Y. Lao must be turning in his grave. But he showed us firsthand the threat that the aliens pose. He also showed us that the Federation is incapable of fighting them in its current state. But revolting against the Federation has only thrown the world into chaos. That fact cannot escape your notice. I was fully aware of that when I made my decision. Is the commander having a discussion with the enemy? If it's an old friend of his, that can only mean one thing. Ooh, a black mech with a personal marking on it. Let me guess, that's the prestigious Bronstein family crest, isn't it? Did you say Bronstein? That name sounds vaguely familiar. Are you dense? It's the last name of the commander of the United Colony Corps. What? That must be Elzum von Bronstein in there. He's the son of Mayer, commander of the United Colony Corps, and an ace veteran of the aggressors. Which means he's an old comrade of the commanders. Basically, he's the creme de la creme. Get it now, Bullet? Yeah! Whatever the case, that's one heck of a pinch hitter they're fielding. And it looks like he's here to crush us. Commander, don't worry. Whoever stands in our way will be cut down all the same. You haven't changed a bit, Zonger. Assault 1 here. I'm holding him off. Get the Hiryu Custom clear of the area. What? Even if we manage to stem the tide, Elza won't yield until the bitter end. Let me handle this. Get the Hiryu Custom 2. You're arguing against yourself, Commander. Defeating him here will deliver a crippling blow to the UCC. A solid observation, but with a poor grasp of circumstance. You must be young considering the odds you're talking. I'm not so straight-laced military type that weighs odds by the book. And besides, I don't like showboaters. I must beg your indulgence if I've rubbed you the wrong way. This is simply who I am. But another way, Kyosuke doesn't think things through. Personally, I think this Elzum guy's pretty neat. Don't you think, Bullet? I'm not running away this time. I'll carve my way out of this myself. Wow, looks like our boys are all pumped up. Can't exactly turn tail at this point now, can we? You have a fine squad here, Zonger. It won't be enough to win the coming battle. What do you suggest, then? Our common sense and ideals will mean nothing to the Irrigators. Only those who have overcome a dramatic ordeal will have any chance at all against them. Allow me to offer you a decision. Surrender or death. The choice is yours. Elza, what's the meaning of this? Can't answer immediately, Zonger. What about you, my youthful gambler? What is your choice? Neither. If an enemy shows up, I fight them. Lose, and my mind and body are torn to pieces. That's all there is to it. A fine answer. Very well, then. Let us see you fight your way out of this. I can't wait for him to be here. I want him on the team so bad. Tenzin, please keep playing Tempest. Yeah, absolutely. Now the real map is here. Trumble. Isn't that one character from Mega Man? It's the theme. No, this is really good theme. Make sure to remember Car Val Rao Car Y Lao. Okay, how come? It's so funny that Mayor is his first name despite being purely a last name in reality. Yeah. Mayor sounds like a last name. Yeah, no, totally. I know a family that had that as their last name, so yeah, totally. Oh, come on, Elsa. The Irrigators are not even that tough yet. No, they're not. I'm glad you like the Sharavar OG. Yeah, no, very much so. Mayor is a last name, like Mayor or Mayor. Yeah. Oh, Killer Whale is just the name of one of their boats. Cool. Okay. Let's see. To make sure they didn't like sneak a second skill point in here on me or something. I guess what are our fails now? It's destroy the Garlean Trombe. Ground Gust Type 0 is destroyed. Flagship is destroyed. Okay. I guess, hold on. Also, what is this map called? Separation. Or Reunion, I guess. Trombe is a rare German word for a whirlwind. No one uses it normally. Okay. I'm sure I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, then. Okay, let's get you out of the water and have you attack something that's into the sky. I'm also happy to use a bullseye in this case. Because I think we're going to see enough combat based on where we're positioned here. Yeah, when I heard this in-game, I was like, oh no, he's here. He doesn't seem that scary. His mech's a horse, right? Stop harassing your captain. I still believe one of the OG devs looked up Whirlwind, did not like Whirlwind, and took the second word in the translation dictionary. Quite possibly, I believe that. We'll need to get those two healed, but we can manage. Yeah, I'll wait for them to come down a little bit more. Okay. Did the stream die again? So hold on. Sorry, my worksheet was still up, so I was not looking at. Okay. Are we back? Are we good? I think we're good. I think we've come back now. I was just typing up that we dropped it. We're coming back. It's been pretty rough today. I don't know why it's happening today. The stream is as sleepy as I am. It is odd in German stream. The chat fails for me, and here it's the actual stream. Interesting. How fascinating. We're back now? Okay, good. Good. Yeah, my Ethernet did spike there for a second. but I think we should. I think it's under control now. His mech is a horse. You fool! Did you forget Master Asia? I love Foon Psyche. I would never forget about Foon Psyche. Okay, that's not worth it. So yeah, we just stay put. I think we're gonna pop back a bit to make sure that the battleship gets the attacks. Yeah, this is exactly what we wanted. Yeah, this is preferable. You wish the Alcyon Insider was not stuck in third mode. Bird means horse. Oh, is that the name of that's the name of his mech? Does it have a human form, I guess, then? Hold on. Does that make sense? Yes, that does. That's an S in the air. We're good there. Oh, I was gonna say, please come on. We gotta have more attacks than this. We get to use the anti-ship missiles. This is sort of one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, is because we have A's on. We've got A's in the water because of this battleship. I love this battleship so much. This is so good. The Alcyon Insider will be met in OG2. It's gonna be so long now that I want it now. I do know that mech. I don't know the names of them, but I do know that Zonger gets a really cool mech that he combines with Elsa. I read his name so many times, like I can't remember what his name is, but yeah, with this guy. That worked perfectly. Here's where it would be darn good if our battleship had a map weapon. They're all so clumped up. Elsa, yeah, Elsa. I want to try this. The Hiryu is amazing, especially the captain. Yeah. The big thing I realized in this game, I was like, there are so many ships and planes in this game. There's a ton. Okay, is using an Excel, it's a 10 cost bullseye? Tell me Kyosuke is a main character without telling me he's a main character. That's wild. You don't actually need to do anything. This is the free one. Yes. Okay. Great. The big thing oh no, we did it already. I thought it popped. Maybe just like refreshed. Kyosuke is busted. Yeah, I see. Okay, I wanted to test this. I think someone told me already, but I don't. I want to like lock in the answer. Does this heal both of them? This does heal both of them. Healing on a twin is so cool. Kyosuke is busted. Newsflash. Yeah, no, sorry, I'm a little late to the party. My bad. Okay, this is largely free. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm here for this number of ships. This is really good. Okay, maybe that was a little dubious. Oh yeah, it's because of the machine guns. The machine guns have it. This is fine. Yeah, twin is really good. We have a trust here. Oh no, where is this trust coming from? Oh, it's from Lafina. Okay, never mind. I'm silly. Do we want to trust here? I don't think we need to. Continue being bad, she cannot dodge anything. No, she really can't. Yeah, I think we are going to trust there to be safe. Then I would like to... Must there always be one wrong thing in my house? I've now fixed the water, and now the internet is back to being its stupid self like how we used to stream. Ah! See, it can be put in a super, which makes her way better. Yeah. Our accuracy is so bad. in underwater. I mean, we're gonna try it. We may as oh no, it's not underwater. No, never mind. I see. It's against Elzum. Sorry. This is fine. We just block this. I was like, how is our accuracy so atrocious? Hypergravity impact cannon. On one hand, we could save this, but what are we saving it for? I guess so we can keep using multiple beam cannons, but we're not actually using those. I think we might just do this. I think we might just do this and like catch this out for like one of the killer whales. Yeah. Elzum's not that scary. Your best weapon. Yeah. No, that was scary if it was a generic. That was scary if it was a generic, but it's not, so it's fine. No, we want to save this energy for the beam field. That's what's keeping us alive. The djinn in the walls? Yeah, no, absolutely. My house has been infested with a demon, and it keeps haunting me. Yeah, no, we thought it through. We got there. We need an S in the air. This is a little bit less damage, but it's accurate. Yes, yeah, no. I got exactly there, Anar. Don't you worry. Yep, this is still the same. Wearing a Ducky birthday cupcake ring, and I love looking at it. Incredible. Oh yeah, wasn't your birthday a little bit ago? Was it you whose birthday was a little bit ago? Or is it your birthday today and we're just learning this now? I swear it was someone's birthday that was just like suddenly like, hi, it's my birthday. Maybe that was Gundam. Maybe it was Gundam that was hanging out with us on his birthday. You so hate when you're unable to hit because your barrier eats your energy. Yeah, no, it's real dumb and rough. Okay. Great. It was last month? Okay. Yours was probably the one I was thinking of then. Why are we... Oh, I guess because they're almost dead. Let's not waste the chaff grenades. Yours was in February? Okay. Maybe Gundam wasn't yours then. Yeah. At least the Hiryu has not the Nadeshiko problem since the non-energy weapons deal appropriate damage. Yeah, sorry we keep dying like this. It's very frustrating. I do want to finish this map. We're going to try and keep pushing through the end of this map. But I don't imagine we're going to be that much longer. But we will probably have less like end of stream banter than because of that. And like that's fine. It's good to be dying and also reviving like a phoenix. I'm here for this analogy. Okay. So I think our best use of Brooklyn is probably to resupply this group. Right? This is going to be a ton of extra energy, or a ton of extra XP. Oh, here's a question for people who've played this game before. If Katina joins into Bullet's group, and Bullet resupplies the Hiryu, will Katina get the XP from that? Get the resupplies necessary? Yeah, totally. While waiting on to answer that one, like, oh, that's pretty, like, porpoise-y. You don't think so, but you don't know? Okay. So what that sounds like is we should probably just test it. Oh, you can check parts. You can check what parts they have by pressing triangle on this screen. Okay, great. We found out. Apogee motor, cool. Cockpit block. Nullifies the stats down, action disabling stats effect. Nullifies attack down, range down, accuracy down. Okay, cool. Look at that glorious mustache. It's pretty good. I have grown better mustaches. Apogee, we need an apogee motor. Yeah, no, that's going on excellent very rapidly. That would be excellent on excellent. Okay, seeing as we're not on a turn crunch, let's just do this and see what happens. No, it is only given to the unit who actually uses the resupply. That's a shame. Okay. Do we actually want them together? I don't actually think we need them together right now. Yeah, I think having two things to target is probably just going to be in our best interest. Yeah, okay. Makes sense, but good to know. Yeah, exactly. That's why I would like. I'd rather just test this and find out. That said, you think QSK and Zonger have rival bonuses? Yeah, actually, here's a question: do they get that if they're paired up also, or do they have to? Do they specifically have to be next to each other for that to count? But we also could. I do think we could get pretty close to walloping Elzum this turn. Bullseye and persist for 10, who is his playable boss. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I think we can fire off like here, 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 and here. Like, we can fire off all of these and then just like go up and mash his face in. I kind of dig this. You're pretty sure twins get relationship bonuses? Okay, cool. I think let's excel first and just see where this moves us. Yeah, okay. Cool. Then let's see what we can do with everybody else who is left. It's just these three? Yeah. So I think the jet can probably clean up this lion. Great. I guess we're losing out on the whales. That's actually a lot of money we're losing out on. So you know what? We're gonna hit them. Oh, but Zenger goes first, or not Zenger. Oh, he even has a guard too. Oh, he also has 18,000 HP, so maybe we aren't going to just like one-shot him. Okay, let's do this. Oh, I didn't put the animations on. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. Elzum, why do you hesitate, Zenger? What? You're an easy man to read, even on the battlefield. You must feel it, too. If the war continues on its present course, humanity will never stand a chance against them. Okay, well, hopefully we don't kill him, so we can still see. Yeah, okay, we're fine. The first boss with actual HP, I know. We will be sure to turn the animations on during enemy phase. Don't you worry. Oh, and you don't have any focus left. That's okay. We can use the machine gun safely. Okay. I think we're all good. Well, okay. I guess we could just kill him right here. Oh. I meant to air it down more. I'm so sorry, everyone. You can't wait for us to pull double support attacks. That would be incredible. What an underwhelming end to that. I'm so sorry. I swear our arrow down more to go to the animations. That's fine. You took down my tromba. My trombe? My trombe? Nicely done, Zonger. I refuse to believe you're fighting to your fullest. Sorry, but I don't have a leeway to go easy on a lot of you. What are you hiding, Elzum? Is he hesitating? Elzum, what are you trying to tell me? Where do your true intentions lie? I'll tell you, assuming you have the courage to accept it. Elson bit off more than he can chew. No, absolutely. Yeah, because I should have, I wanted to switch that into the Alpaisan also, but that's fine. Oh, well, we don't need a lot of resources. We'll be fine. Trombe. Okay, thank you. Playing my Trombe card. My Trombe card. Yeah. My dear, it looks like we let him slip through our fingers. You better run up to that boss. I was serious, okay? Aha, I get it now, Elsom. The DC. No, you specifically have chosen a thorny path indeed. Commander. Kyosuke, I'm going to pursue Elsom. Commander, you can't overextend yourself. We're on a limited time frame to get clear of that airspace, and I found the path I must walk. What are you talking about? Boss? Hello? Kyosuke, I think he's cracked. What's the big idea, Commander? What are you thinking? I'll leave the rest to you, Kyosuke. That makes sense. He was too good. He was too good out, like, for too long. So I get why we had to, like, leave him. No, the money escaped. Yeah, a lot more of the money was tied to the whales. But Assault 1, come in. Assault 1, please respond. Major Zenger, why? It's no use. We've lost track of Assault 1. This is nuts. Did the Major betray us? Watch your mouth, Lieutenant. Our commander would never do that. It's just not possible. You say so. Put the ship to maximum combat speed. Head after the Type 0. I would advise against it, Captain. We would be flying straight into enemy lines. But we can't abandon the Major. No, judging by his demeanor, this is what he wanted. Kyosuke. Yeah, I hear you. Our commander may very well not be coming back. No. Kyosuke. The boss, Zenger, he isn't the kind of guy to act on impulse. There's got to be some reason he's doing this, right? I know that, but still. Captain, we should take this opportunity to flee the airspace. It's already beginning to fall under DC control. XO, we're receiving a transmission over special frequency. Special frequency? Where's it from? I can't trace it from here, but my best guess is military intelligence. Hear you, Custom. Can you hear me? This is Major Gilliam Yeager. I repeat, this is Gilliam. Major Gilliam Yeager, he said. You know of him? Yes, he's from the same group Major Zenger is. A former member of the TFF Next Gen Training Squad. Cool. Or Jagan left us. Yeah, no, I figured at some point we were going to. Don't worry, I'm sure Zenger is coming back soon with the milk. Yeah. Our Zon Kanto, our Jagan left us. We no longer can use that crutch. Yeah. Now we get to enjoy Obstinate Zenger. I'm here for it. Gillian's awesome. I like his hairstyle. It's so good. Look, our new Jaeger. I mean Jagan. Our new Jaeger. I mean Jagan. Yeah. Go Vampire Laser. Oh, cool. I'm here for Vampire Laser. That sounds great. Okay, yeah, because stream keeps cutting out, and this will be a good excuse as a thing to do as we're like, as people are filing in. Let's just do preps tomorrow at the beginning of stream. And we will just call it a little bit early now so that stream doesn't keep cutting out. Pacific Rim! Yeah. Yeah, we will look at skills also. We'll look at skills. Here, hold on. I will write notes to myself for tomorrow. We need... skills and ammo, parts, Weiss, Ritter, EN. Thank you, NR. I appreciate it. Thank you for reminding me. Gilliam is funny because technically he has meta knowledge of being in other SRWs. Oh, cool. Okay, I love that. Okay. Yeah, we will handle that tomorrow. It's only 20 minutes early, but I do think we're going to call it now because, yeah. Gay comes from a universe that made Gundam a transformation. Oh, interesting. That's fun. I can't wait to explore him some more. But yeah, so let's do our wrap-up stuff. If you did not know or did not hear earlier, we now have a Discord. If you'd like to join us there, please come hang out. We're all a big bunch of nerds, so just be prepared to be a big old nerd about it. I'm not really sure how to use it well yet, but we'll figure that out together. We are going to be streaming some more OG generations tomorrow, as with my new schedule, still 4 to 8 Eastern time. And then that'll wrap it up for me for the week. Then we will be going to either Fantasy Maiden Wars or SD Gundam next Monday. I'm assuming it'll probably be SD Gundam because we didn't do this Monday, but maybe we'll skip it. We'll decide tomorrow. But I want to talk more about the rest of the gameplay from OG1 tomorrow. If we didn't get quite around to all of my thoughts. So if you're interested in hearing about that, stick around. I've played up to mission 6 in OG1. Hopefully we'll get through some more chapters tomorrow, but I imagine we're gonna start slowing it down a little bit, like keeping that pace of like 4 chapters a mission or 3 chapters a mission is too much. Good night, NR. Good to see you. Good night, Llama. I'm glad you're liking this new schedule, Cam. If everyone else has thoughts about the schedule, I would love to hear it, either positive or negative. That's fine with me. But I really like the schedule. I definitely feel like I'm playing these games better because of it. See ya, Gundam. Good to see you. I hope you enjoyed your time. Bye, Tricky. Good luck. Good luck with the rest of Master difficulty. I would love to hear some more about that too. But yeah, if you have thoughts about the schedule, I would love to hear it. The schedule's better for you, and are great. Love it. Take care, Cam. I will. Yeah. So. I guess that wraps things up. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Make me enjoy the rest of your day. If I don't see you in the Discord, I'll see you out in the stars. Good night, everyone.